live here with our Age of Wonders 4 multiplayer. So welcome back to We Play Games. I'm Walker, and here we are with our Age of Wonders 4 island game. Now, this is going to be our last session for today. We just had a big fight between Badok and WinSlaya, and although Badok did win, Badok has like stuff he has to do today, and this is going to be our last session because we're going to have some folks going on vacation pretty soon. But we have one session where we can get some units together and get into a big fight. I mean, I'm in the middle, so like if you guys want to just start walking towards me, that's totally fine too. But yeah, we'll get two of these three into a fight today. But this is going to be a really interesting one because we are set up for like a really long game, and it's turn 18, so we're not going to get the same sort of scaling that we normally get out of potential in a longer game. And I'm actually like really curious what we can do to keep our power spiking, because we really do need to evolve this Storm Spirit at a minimum. And of course we also have a spell shield here, which is really close to leveling up into champion rank. And one of the things that we've done is we've intentionally sort of like left a banner around. So part of what we're going to be doing here is trying to hopefully like clear this. I don't know, do we have time to actually clear that out? Do we have time to clear that out? I don't know. Yeah, CK3 is just it. I would 100% be down for a multiplayer CK3 after like Game of Thrones or After the End role-playing group, if you guys are interested in doing that. I think it would be fun to do as like a one-off or a two-off thing to just like fight out the Dance of the Dragons or something like that. But here we are going to try to pull our units together in a fashion that I hope gets us a good advantage, because our economy is definitely set up for a much longer game than I knew we were going to be playing. It's just being silly and wanted to play with potentials. But I think this being a quest for the secondary hero is enough for me to be interested in taking it, because that's also sort of like a banner. And this is also in a good location. Yeah, that's also in a good location. It's not very complicated. It's really fun. The AI is, you know, like the AI in most games. But like that doesn't matter if you're playing with friends, and also like just generically, I think it's more fun to play that one as a role play anyway. And then you get opportunities to just like move around because you can switch characters. Badok's dead.
Spearmen, or you're going to war over my helmet.
We're going to war anyway, and I have 15,000 spearmen. That doesn't help me. Are you the blue one?
Yeah.
All right. You would throw a peasant pikeman into an arcane guard?
I think you're gonna find I have a few reinforcements.
Ah, crap.
Yes.
Not again.
Two games that I actually have a question as to whether you guys have looked at or experienced. One, because Walker always mentions Slay the Spire.
I love Slay the Spire.
Have you seen the new Knock on the Coffin lid?
No. Is this another roguelike?
Yeah, it's being compared
yeah.
to Slay the Spire a lot with enhanced storytelling.
Knock on the coffin lid? Wow, what the heck? That's a cool name.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna Google this right now so I can look it up later. Knock.
I will say I played the Slay the Spire board game yesterday. My friend got it at Gen Con, and it is awesome. I am shocked at how much fun that was. We did 3 acts. We actually beat the 3 bosses on our first try, which was, well, my first try. They had been, a couple of them had played before, but it's so good. It really translates the game into a board game, but more importantly, 4-player co-op. And it's all like simultaneous turns. You can trade your resources around. It's very friendly. I love it. It's the perfect implementation of co-op, in my opinion.
All right,
that's
I need to Google
really
something
cool.
else. What was this one called? I only heard the description.
It's the Slay the Spire board game that came out. It's very expensive, but almost inclined to say it's worth it because it was so fun.
I'm gonna go ahead and also make another.
We were gonna play
because
like
guys are
different
gonna be
board
so far
games
away,
like
they're
we
not
usually do,
necessarily
play
gonna
like
get into the fight.
1 to 3 board
And,
games
I think
per
we
board
are
game
gonna
night, but we
need them.
just played Slay the Spire
Our king guards are
the whole
pretty
night.
solid.
If I'm lucky, if I pray to the
We'll switch this
thrift
into
gods,
a
it'll show up
Naval
in
that
my
as a
thrift
conduit.
store, 'cause,
Honestly,
like, keep
we're just
getting
gonna
really
need like
awesome
an
games
infinite
there.
amount of
Wow,
mana.
I
that's
just
gonna-
got
yeah.
all we're gonna be doing this
Sagrada.
fighting
I
at
don't
this
think
point.
this one will show up there, but I
Oh,
got
nice.
I like
I have to
Sagrada.
avoid those
Wingspan,
games on account of my
Sagrada.
colorblindness.
Azul, a lot of like things that we used to spend like $40 on for like $2.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Just you know, gotta go every what Friday? I
let's
usually
go
go.
here. Let's
It's
see
the thing. You
if
get
we
good
can
finds
get
if you go to enough places like that.
leveled up to legend rank actually, because
We
if we
picked up
take
a
this
game
fight
in my
and that
hometown
banner,
store
then we will
called
be at legend.
Vino,
and
the
that
exciting
seems
game
like
of wine.
pretty
It's a
easy.
trivia game where you go around a chateau in
Yeah, that's
France
pretty good.
answering wine questions to try to get to the wine cellar. And the game recommends everybody brings a bottle of wine, and then the winner takes home all the rest of the wine. And none of us know
Oh.
anything about wine, so it's just a shit show. It's incredible.
yeah.
Yes.
It was like 50 cents. We still have it. It's been like 15 years.
One of my stories from my dissolute youth, I had a friend who was in the math department, and I kind of like associated with them like generally just because like they played math like magic games and stuff like that, and one of them was like this really quiet, very demure kind of nice guy, and every year he and his roommate would try to put on this fancy wine and cheese party, and they would have like a whiteboard with a big description of all the different cheeses and like where they came from and the different notes and the different wines that they were going to be serving. And every single year the premise was, and this time it's not going to become a big rager and have a problem. And every single time it did. It was so funny. Every single time this dude was like, all right guys, this time it's going to be the classy party that I want to host. And then like 6 hours later you see him on the back porch, no shirt on, playing Slap the Bag.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Seen.
It's good. It's good.
I would use his name, but he's I think he's a fancy math professor in Milan now, so I don't know if he wants people
Okay,
knowing
yeah.
about that.
That sounds like the origin story of a fancy
Yeah.
math professor in Milan.
You know, half of my audience is in Milan. Probably.
Oh, serious? Done.
No.
Are we
So funny.
I don't know.
My top
I want
3
these things to
most
tell me
watched
how many
videos on my
experience points I
YouTube
need.
channel of all time are this random
6,
point and click
alright.
horror game I
So,
played
no,
like
we're not
years
gonna
ago,
level up if
and
we
the
take that
analytics
fight
show that
first.
it's
We'll
like
do this.
Russians and Mongolians, like propping up my view count.
Nice.
Yeah,
strange.
100%. They're like some really interesting, like this game is only popular in Central Asia things that are just fun to learn.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we can actually get the level
I was
up
playing
if we
this
do this.
thing where
Yeah,
I want
let's
more
go like this.
coast. Give me coast.
Done. We will attack you, obviously. We will turn
Making
off
good
mana
gold
because
here,
I
like
really
almost
just like
200.
cannot afford it.
I guess my armies
And then
did
we'll
die, so
take that
that
fight.
explains
Hell
it a
yes. Yeah, if you have no army, your upkeep is really low. Good deal.
little bit. Hey, but that means I can just build what I want, which is good units.
Yeah. Alright, so we need 3 EXP now, so we can just involve, I guess, you and 5 units? Well, you're gonna get a level up from
Prospect
the banner, but I guess we want to just get
No, it's
make
just,
sure that in case there's
out
a
of my
battle here,
mouth,
because I
it's
actually
you.
don't remember if there's a battle in front of that banner or not, that we should get you up to the next
other-
level.
Game that I was looking to mention. I think I told you about it, WinSlaya.
Hmm.
Solium Infernum.
I've heard of that.
Ah,
Yeah, that's been on my
the-
radar. Have you played
the
it?
Hell diplomacy game.
I have. I stopped playing it because I realized that I am not doing it justice unless I'm playing multiplayer.
I gotta look into that because I've heard very good things.
There's a lot of
Maybe do we have enough casting
socializing
points?
baked
Nah, we're
into the
a little
diplomacy
short
of
on
that
this.
game.
No, we're not.
It would be a lot of, like, if it's something that you guys play at some point, I want in, it would be a lot of fun.
Like,
Yeah.
Interesting.
we don't actually need it here, but we're I think gonna get enough mana
might
that
be able
it's
to
gonna be appropriate.
to get that
Just
one.
try to
I
save
doubt
these guys.
Well,
Yeah,
I
the
shouldn't
hassle.
say I doubt they will give me a key. I could always reach out.
Yeah, like sometimes I mean, the only keys that I've gotten have been ones that they've just like asked me, "Hey, do you want to play this?" And they're like not a lot of them, but it doesn't hurt you to send an email.
I mean, when I did it, I used to do it more like back 2018, 2019. I got like pretty
take the
positive
increased
reception.
morale
I'd
here,
say
honestly.
60% of the time I would get like, maybe not this time or yes, but
Yeah.
next time was generally what I would hear if it was a no.
The developers actually went into hibernation, like because they're basically shrunk their team down just to keep the servers running.
Oh,
Oh wow.
yeah, then they're probably not handing out too
So-
many keys.
Yeah,
But they might.
probably not.
I mean, some people understand that it's good marketing, and some people just want the money.
I don't think it's gonna be worth it for us to pick up
Morbid's
an
just saying he wants to
10K
see me do a
faster,
video
but
clearing
I
out
just,
gold
like,
wonders. Didn't I do one on the
just did not do that.
Midas touched one and said it's like the easiest gold wonder to clear in the game? I think we all agree, right?
Yeah, that one's just amazing to clear.
You just need enough DPS to kill units before they all awaken,
Yeah, just
and you're
defense.
fine. You're good. Like that's I think the key to that one. But yeah, if you haven't
That
seen that
one,
video,
like
Morbid's,
the gold one, that one in particular is so easy that you can clear it like way earlier. Like you can clear that on like turn 20 pretty easily.
I think so, yeah. And,
Okay,
and
well-
not even in manual. I think that one's something that
Yeah,
you can
do an
into.
auto for 100% of the time. Like you just need to have enough damage. That's all. And so like you know you don't need as many CCs or clears or healing or anything like that. You just need raw damage because they'll unlock one at a time. But you know, because of the way auto resolve works, all of the mechanics are existing in that game. Like you'll see the normal experience in auto that you would in manual, where everyone's just frozen.
Oh, I can't wait.
I
to
guess
wake
I'm just
up and
gonna
be alive again next turn.
Pick a couple of these just for movement speed purposes. Looks like Garacian understood the assignment, but he's gonna start sieging down my capital before my troops are even in the area.
Yes,
Rude.
good job,
Rude.
Garacian. I feel like you've been taking notes, and I appreciate it.
Look, here's the thing. Nurgle has spent my entire time, I know him, disparaging my boys, the feudal and the skeletons. And so here they are at his doorstep.
Yeah, that sounds like justice.
You're gonna hear from my lawyer about this.
Okay, well, your lawyer's gonna have trouble finding your house.
Yeah, they probably will. I do not answer my mail. Like
I mean,
ever.
it's gonna be a smoking ruin.
That too.
Is your lawyer that pikeman fleeing my coast?
Yes.
That's not a. That's an interesting dual job there, lawyer spearman.
I mean, you know, I feel like there's a story there, and I just don't want to interrupt him when he's trying to figure it out. Like, how did you do this? Why would you do this?
You always see those dumb billboards with lawyers with boxing gloves on. They're like, "We'll fight for you." So now I just want to see
Yeah.
one that's a guy like, "We'll stab your enemies for you."
We'll form up with a bunch of other people with spears, and then
Yeah, you've
dot,
got
dot,
a pike wall defending you.
Yeah.
Call 1-800. We'll take the first strike.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Put it on the banner.
All right. So without mana to lightning these
Walker's
guys,
going
what
into
has he got?
overdrive here. He's gotta.
Yeah, I
trade
just
with
gotta
all
move
his
a lot of
vassals.
units around because I got nothing else. I think this is okay though. Maybe I'll do this actually. I'll buy rush that out, and then maybe against a bunch
Christian,
of.
what are you doing off my coast too?
God, Garacian just has a bunch of tier 1s.
I actually don't know. what you're
Garacian, as soon
talking
as my army gets here, these guys are gonna die. Those are just a bunch of tier 1s. You're gonna do economic damage to me, but I don't think you can beat these guys. Like, where's
about.
your...
Well, look, I either win or I die lore accurate.
That's fair. That's fair.
Ah, no. What is this?
What?
Yes,
What?
perfect time. Wait, what is, I bet this is something that would have been helpful for me.
Oh
Shock
my
units.
God, what
So
the heck?
yeah, you're right, WinSlaya. This would have
No!
been pretty good for you.
No, I should have ran away.
Your
I
shock.
would have had my
God.
2 enchantments.
I mean, it would have meant less damage out for your shocky boys, but I do think that generally that probably would have been good for you.
No, because one of the real problems was his ranged hero with lightning damage.
Yeah.
That would have not. Aw, man. So let me tell Badok that he did it. Kept me from winning this game outright. Gosh darn you.
Are we gonna be able to find just one fight? Because we need to find just like one fight for that guy to gain a level, and that seems pretty important.
This guy go here.
Well, we gotta go down to our capital anyway, because it's gonna be under siege momentarily here. So if we're gonna find a fight, it's gonna have to be one along the way, and I think we killed all of those, so that one's probably gonna show up as a 38 out of 40. Classic. Oh my god, I thought we had enough time to take that banner. So greedy.
You guys look out. I'm gonna have a tier 2 army of madness soon. It's gonna be terrifying for you all.
Oh, but we did unlock our tier 2s here. We don't have any mana, so I can't actually do what I wanted to do, which was pick up the Tome of... Well, I wanted to do Tome of Fertility so that we could work with a couple of nymphs here, but we just, like, obviously don't have the mana for that. I don't know if I really care about any of the rest of these, considering that we also don't really have tons of gold to produce stuff. So it's mostly just, can we find a level up for our heroes that we care about? Oh, or we're going to be fighting potentially a bunch of magic origin units. And a bunch of archers. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna take like some kind of astral thing so that we can get 2 extra astral, so we can get the Rite of Astral Abundance online. So I suppose we're going to take summoning
casting
because we are fighting against summoners.
You don't.
Because
Yeah,
1,000.
no, I think
The
you're
real
right.
reason is that 1,000 mana is gonna be pretty good.
Oh, but I got a level up.
And I guess I am gonna take our
Yes.
Astral Keeper here.
Get some restores.
We're just producing merchandise.
I've learned a lesson here.
Basically over.
That was
Man.
Restore is
Very-
it remains one of these things that's fantastic in manuals, but like every single time I watch it in Restore, I like in auto combat, I have to ask myself when Morgie is actually taking it, because I don't think that he is taking it like as his like low level picks, because it really does a number on your autos. Wait, is Garacian not starting the siege this turn? Oh.
Restore, I think it's hit or miss depending on your lineup. Like I feel like because I've used it quite a bit, and there are some team platoon competitions, or I can't think of the word for it, that it seems
Compositions.
that seems to benefit. Restore seems to benefit the auto resolve, but there's a lot of them where it doesn't seem to help. Like if you're,
It's
some of
generally
it
not
has
as
to do with movement
painful
speed.
as long as you have something that's damaged enough that the AI will target it on turn 1. Then it doesn't matter as much, and you can easily manipulate that by just like putting injured units in the same stack as the restorer. But you kind of need to do that, otherwise your units really do just like walk all over the battlefield in very weird fashion.
I think movement speed also factors in, because I find that like if
5 turns.
if your
I don't
hero
know if we're gonna get there in
your hero
5
and
turns.
the wounded units will sit back and heal.
Maybe
with
that'll be mana
restore,
for
and then
a Godsend fight,
someone
assuming
full
that we get
health
through
will just
both
run
of these.
forward and die.
Yeah, there are definitely ways to manipulate it, because you can, if you have a teleportation on a slow unit, like a teleportation on an Eldritch Sovereign that is not athletic, then that's like a lot worse for the restore problem, because then it'll teleport away, use the restore from like the complete opposite end of the map. But on like a 48 movement flying unit, like a hero on an eagle mount, it is a lot less painful.
Just FYI, Godsend, if you didn't, if you meant to end your turn, it looks like you didn't.
I just realized that all three of you are book studying nerds. Can't believe there's
What?
3 mystics in me.
Yeah, I wanted to see if how many people we could get in as Oops All Mystics.
Yeah.
And I guess we forgot to say something in the public chat.
I'm gonna walk by your desk and push your stack of books onto the ground and then turn around and laugh at you with my other Chad friends in our varsity jackets.
Good.
Have you watched Nerdy Prudes Must Die yet?
No, I don't think I've heard of that.
Have you heard of Star Kid?
I don't know, maybe.
Star Kid is a musical group that out of Chicago, I think, originally, that did the Harry Potter musical, but like they that was like 15 years ago, and they've done a lot of stuff since then. You should, if you like musical theater at all, you should definitely check out. I think Nerdy Prudes Must Die and the guy who didn't like musicals are the ones that I'd recommend at first. But like if you like Wicked, then you could watch Twisted.
I do like Wicked.
Yeah, Twisted is really funny. It's a take on Wicked, sort of, where it's a retelling of Aladdin from Jafar's perspective.
Oh, okay.
And it is hilarious. And it's got great music, like just unbelievably good music in those guys' repertoire. Hey, you know, I don't know if you know this, but because you're sieging my capital, all of my mana income is disappearing, which means I'm gonna have to send you some pretty strongly worded letters.
Oh, okay.
He
well,
did it. Love it.
Okay, just make sure you leave them with a human, because the skeletons can't read.
That's okay, I can't either.
So Walker, do you want to move the pikemen outside of Lorwell?
I would love to. Where is this? I'm moving everything like kind of towards my capital right now because it's on fire. I don't know
Why?
if you saw that.
No.
And yeah, Grayson, you were the next to be notified of. I'm chasing scouts out.
Okay. I don't know where we're talking about, to be honest.
Well, you just moved it.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't
Grayson,
think
you're very
Garacian can
bold.
actually...
You're scouting 3 players out of 4 players, Wait,
This one
including
for me?
yourself.
Something
I
this
think
way?
I'm scouting everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, I just gotta get this map revealed so I know where to go next.
Fair.
Yeah, see
After
all
you kill
his
Walker.
kills one after another.
Got this.
That's a good section there. Man, the mana problem is a real one, though.
I did also want to comment how lucky it was, and both power and lore are role playing for you to have the crypt in your starting area, Grayson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lost Queen's
Arthas.
Crypt. Oh, and yeah, and for thematic purposes, I did recruit her into my pool.
Oh god.
Good. Good.
Take knowledge extraction. I don't know how it is that we didn't pick that up already. Presumably it's because we were too busy pushing out a
sure.
4th city
Maybe
that we
I
didn't
That was
actually
another
need.
game? No, I thought I did. I remember being... Oh, yeah, here she is. Oh, God. She's got a helmet on, so you
Yeah.
can't tell how ugly she is this time.
Correct
Actually, do you have a
choice no matter what.
ability to
though.
build a shrine without our gold economy collapsing?
I don't think there's ever a
19.
time where you would choose not to recruit them as the.
Yeah,
outcome
actually
for
we
that.
can do that. We'll just
Yeah,
drop this
right. It's so
Arcanist.
good. The items
Done.
that you get are the best part, I
That's
think.
true.
Yeah,
It's just that
it's
she's a
so
level
many
1, and you're
levels,
like...
crazy. That doesn't matter. Like, it's level 1, except that she comes, like, combat effective is like almost a level 4 minus a signature skill because of all that equipment. And of course you can move that equipment around. But yeah, she's just and she comes with Whiteborn, right? Like, that's a big deal. As long as you don't put undead units in her stack, then she's fine.
Man, you guys just don't roleplay enough.
What?
Sometimes you have to be like,
What?
how dare this vile seductress attempt to take my units from me? We must put her down.
I feel like I roleplay, but I roleplay as the same exact character every single time.
She's
Just-
an abomination.
pretending to be something else. I'm just roleplaying as Nurgle every single time.
Oh, I see.
Good.
What sort of monstrous
Arthas was
abominations
like,
can I
hey,
create
you
here?
can be a raid boss in one of my dungeons.
Take this on this guy.
Actually, is there
My alignment is evil. No.
here?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Because that kind of needs to happen,
All right,
honestly.
Grayson,
I
how
don't
do I
know.
get to
I
Walker's
guess
capital?
this could be...
It's
like-
I don't know if it would be sportsmanly for me to tell you that, but
It's westish. I mean, if everybody arrives here at the, like, it might make sense for WinSlaya to fight Godsend, depending on how many troops the two of us lose. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
I'd
yeah,
rather
we'll
hang
see
back
what
and
flipped
pick
over.
off the winner.
Yeah, just like send troops in this general direction. We'll have as many fights as we feel like we have the time and energy to do, and then we'll call it.
Yeah, I have 3
I'm-
heroes, but 1 stack.
So
no, 2,
I'm like-
no, 2, 1.5.
You just like click the right of Last Stand. You have 3 cities, right? You'll have 9
Yeah,
troops
it's a
like
bunch
immediately.
of tier 1s.
It
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
but like that's that's what
enough
you're gonna
to
be
start
fighting
clearing a
against,
map.
dude. No. Like
That's true.
Look at the army. Can you see Garacian's army yet?
No.
Oh,
it's
no, I
turn
can't see
22.
anything.
I mean, you're not
Exactly.
gonna have 8.
You're not gonna be
tier 2
fighting.
units.
Exactly. You're not gonna be fighting against like a bunch of tier 3 and tier 4s. You're gonna be fighting against a bunch of tier 1s and tier 2s, and then some tier 3s maybe. So if you want to be in this fight, I would just click right at the Last Stand and just send units over there.
I think I could do it next turn if I wanted to. And
Yeah.
then you're right. I wouldn't have to keep summoning, and I'd just be able to attack you guys
Just,
and
like, go
maybe
fight.
get some more tier 2s over there. But I don't know. I am building them decently quickly. It takes me 3 turns, but
I would
got
click
2
it
out there.
myself, but my mana income is being devoured by something. Just what? I'm not sure.
175.
Ah,
Yeah,
actually,
Marauders.
that-
You need to go into. The turn
What
is
the-
ending right now, but I need to rotate that into a conduit. Anything that I can turn into a conduit,
You're
I
being
should have
marauded?
started doing
That's so
like
Yeah,
2
and
turns ago.
it's a long story short. I'm not even gonna tell the story. God.
It's a long story short, and I'm not going to tell it. Done. Yeah, we needed to turn
That
those
city
into.
is so far away from where I want to
into
be.
conduits.
Also, why is the
Normally
Pirates
you do not
Cove
want
just
conduits this
standing
early, but
there?
because we were
Guys,
just,
I
like, in
stood
this
here so
fight,
you would come out and say hello.
This
Now I feel like I need to
turn-
attack into
we just need
500
mana.
strength on the water with my 700 strength. God, that's a lot of units. Do they get the embarked penalty? They do.
Grayson, do you want to move your scout or no?
Yes.
My game.
Okay, so we got 4.
Are you talking
turns
about
on
down
that
here by
city.
Archland?
So actually, we probably can take
no,
this
between
fight.
me and Walker.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Blind game.
Yeah, I think we can take that fight and try to get at least this guy up to champion rank. Like 10 extra HP on this is really important because if we can win this fight and then like keep this guy evolved,
Enjoy your freedom
that
for
would
now,
be
free
a
city.
big deal.
Yeah, I was gonna die. Is this okay?
Oh, you have a phantasm. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to leave him alone, I'm just going in to see what Nurgle has so that I can kill him easier.
What-
But that's up
Already
to you.
Get out of here.
Nurgle?
I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
attacking
sieging his
anybody.
capital.
Yeah, he's sieging my capital, but we're not in fight yet.
I promise, on my honor, as Arthas Menethil, King of Lordaeron.
There's no
that
honor
I-
there.
He said,
Immediately
"Fuck."
click the kill button.
Wait a second. Why?
Let me just get out my little black book
Oh, we were
of
still
conquering.
waiting on a turn to roll over. All right, good. Now we're good.
Oh, I just remembered, Godsend, I think one of the rules is if he has movement, he should be allowed to run it.
Yeah.
No, I did. I moved
I
already.
had to move first.
But he had a phantasm, so he could get in the water.
Yeah.
That is fair. Now I understand.
one's okay. So yeah, we do have a couple of units that we can get.
Guys,
Good
I'm about to
value
fight
out of.
2 stacks in the water because I have a lot of things that help my guys fight in the water, but it feels wrong.
Oh no, we need mana.
Good luck.
So badly, Jesus
There's
Christ.
a bunch of guys with spears
You're just gonna
here
have
that just
negative
gonna do
morale.
damage to
That's
me, and then there's
the
these
other
guys
downside.
over
If you
here,
have
which I'm
to
more
take
worried
the fight,
I'm more worried about
a
the
fight
spears,
without
so...
the
Walkers
necessary
return
income,
to
you'll
the
just have
job.
a
You're gonna be okay.
50%.
No, I'm not.
morale
You don't
penalty.
No,
understand.
you're gonna be okay.
You don't understand.
No, you're gonna be okay. I'm here for you. Do you want me to come help?
Go here.
Wait, what's this thing, dude? The sign of Vanguard? All melee attacks are minus... Okay, good. So it's good they're mostly melee. Ah, yes.
Who made a faction called Mad Hotties?
That would be Badok. He did it.
And he's also his
That's a
character is
Garacian
Badok
name
the
right there.
Uncool, and I don't understand. That's not nearly roleplay enough for me.
You would call
Oh.
it something cooler than Mad Hotties. I will give you that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would call it like the Rageful Infernals.
Yeah, yeah. You would give it the
what I
flavor
did
that the game itself does, right? Every single time, it's always just like nonsensical adjective and then noun that kind of describes something. Enchanting Tigrans. There we go. Done. Right.
Yeah. I'm the Azeroth humans. Excuse me.
Good. Good.
No. I refuse to.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get just enough time for us to, because this is a 4-turn clock and this is 3 turns on this, so we'll just fight as soon as we click that, because then we won't have like a giant morale penalty on our units. I don't think it's gonna disband some of our storm spirits, and I really hope it's not. But if it does, I think we have enough gold units here that we can probably still fight this without it being a disaster for us. Vex. Godsend. Is that just 1 stack? That can't be just 1 stack. No, that's impossible.
WinSlaya, I can be paid for Walker's whereabouts, by the way.
Ooh.
Oh, I'll just tell you, you see the middle of the map? It's like maybe half of the map west of that.
Okay. I'm kind of moving in that general direction anyway,
Yeah,
so...
like there's an
good
altar
to
of
know.
the stars
Just
that
wait.
you'll encounter, and if you just like keep sailing due west 1 extra turn, you'll get to the capital.
Walker, are
Okay.
you trying to block my trade deals?
No, I'm trying to get, if we have time, 2 fights together. I don't
Okay,
know if we will.
How did
so I
your
don't wanna
siege
promise
amount
that,
go
but we'll
up?
see.
What happened here?
What do you mean?
built.
I had an archer battlements coming down, and then you started a siege, so I had 55 defense.
So rude.
It said 2 turns last turn I had left.
I don't see how that.
Now it's
would have
gone
been
up to
possible,
4.
Because you had. I don't see why it was telling you 55. Because you have just 1 onagers, right? You have 13 siege speed on 55.
When I started the siege, it was going to be 4 or 5 turns, and it's
Yeah.
been several turns, and now it says 4 turns, and I swear it said 2 turns last. I'm gonna check the
No, it's-
recording.
This is the 2nd turn that it was under siege. It started at 5, and this is now turn 4. Because I can absolutely confirm,
impossible.
because I've been watching my mana
Impossible.
rapidly diminish to 0. I know this is the 2nd turn of that siege. Thank God. I don't know what's gonna happen whenever I dip brutally into negative. I hope it doesn't just start randomly removing my units.
Your elementals
but,
explode one by
explode.
one. Ah!
But I'm gonna have a couple of turns of negative mana before we can lift the siege.
Oh no, I defeated an infestation when I could have gotten a free unit out of it. Oh wait, but I can get this. That's better.
So who do we want to have fight that Kraken? You're not gonna get a level up. You're too important, so you are definitely gonna be a part of this, because you're gonna get a level, and you're gonna be a part of this because you're gonna get a level, and so it might just be like this 5 stack plus the
Random theory
spell
crafting
shield go into this.
The some of the society traits, like I find my meta has been really shaken up by the combination between the balance correction and the patch. I find myself moving away from things like Science of Evil and Runesmiths, even though the rankings weren't their power prior to all of this. I find myself finding them less powerful now that rankings matter more with the nerf. I don't know if anyone else is seeing that.
I think I agree. Like, largely, I do not think that removing the medals from the society traits was the right thing to do, because, like, some of the best, like, traits in the game are the ones that don't even have medals on them. And so, like, I personally was much more excited to see potentially removing it from Blacksmith and or Armory, because those two were just, like, good pieces of infrastructure at game release anyway. And, I because of the existence of Fabled Hunters and Hermit Kingdoms and other things like that, the medals did exist on Fabled Hunters, but did not matter. Like, the military picks were kind of always a little bit weaker than the raw economy ones. So I think that was just a mistake.
The constellations going by in the ocean is really beautiful.
There. We got 97 gold. All right, so we will have a couple of turns of negative mana indeed. I was hoping we could get mana from that fight, but it might not.
I don't know if I've seen them. Where are they? They're just in the water somewhere?
They're everywhere. There's it's basically like a grid pattern of constellations that's been applied to the whole overworld, and it slowly moves from east to west.
Oh, I think I see the grid. Little squares there. Ah, in the water.
Well, I don't mean there's like a physical grid. I mean like there's like a pattern of them. But yeah, if you look in the water, I think it's easier to see them on the water or on plains.
All right, yeah, we will have indeed a full 18 here.
I mean, maybe it's a graphical setting. I have no idea.
Still going over there.
Yeah. No, I think I see them actually.
See
I'm pretty
who
sure
Godsend gets into a fight with. Oh, there's
met
WinSlaya.
someone.
Okay, great.
Hi.
Everybody's here.
Hi.
Welcome to my party.
Hello. I don't see you, but you know.
You don't see me, really? I see you.
Where are you? What?
You promise party's not going to be a rager?
Look,
this
half
time
of
it's
my
not gonna be
units don't
Rager.
have eyes. Okay.
Okay, so Garacian, go to your main stack,
Okay.
like your big army. Do you
Yes.
see WinSlaya's army now?
No.
Just
WinSlaya, we might be desynced. Do you think there's a
No, I
non-zero
think-
chance of that, or do you think it's
No,
just
I just think he
Garacian?
doesn't have the vision to see me in the water. I
Oh
see
yeah,
him.
sure. Yeah, it is
it's
possible
real-
because
it's dark
there's
around
forests here too. So that could be obscuring.
I'm by the mountain just south of.
Okay. Yeah, if you just, I need 3 more
Yeah.
turns, and then you can have your turn at him.
Yeah, he's just like he's just off the edge here.
You wanna know
Or,
how
you
long
know,
it
we
takes
can
me
kill
to
each
sail
other.
from my capital to you?
Yeah.
And if we kill each other, then Nurgle wins. But you know, it's your prerogative.
It takes
I
me
mean-
5 turns from my capital to get to your capital. I love it.
Yeah. This definitely could be. Are we even on a large map here? I don't remember if we are or not. But like honestly, whenever you're playing with islands, because of how fast you can move on the water, I kind of like large islands with an umbral abyss. I think it's silly, but I think it's fun to do every once in a while because it really does feel closer than it looks, right?
Right. Totally.
Everybody has 48 movement out here.
I hope that I can get this guy up there.
So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 spell shields. That's a lot of spell shields potentially to be fighting against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 pole arms, we may actually not bring all 4 of those spell shields, depending
Actually,
on how
that
many
spell
other units
shield I
we can
just
get
made
into
can
the
be
area.
ready for a fight at the capital in 3 turns. Like I just built it this turn. Okay, that's cool.
But I guess
Love
if the game is
We
going
are
to delete
close.
a couple of our other
Now,
units,
what do
then
I
we
need
actually
other than
might
this?
need
I
to
guess
build
stuff. None
another
of this
guard
helps me
here.
now.
Apart from the tier 3 units and damage types, is there any other differences between the units for potential and summoners?
I don't. The yes, the spell shield for
Freezes.
potential freezes instead of stuns, which I think is broadly worse.
Is the chance different? 60%
No,
for
it's still
frozen.
No, it's the same. It does deal like frost damage type, which is a little interesting because it gives you options to fight back against storm spirits, but like generically frozen is, I think, just a sketchier form of stun than raw stun. It's the most common, so it's
cryo, but
it does, but it also just has like more things that are immune to it and more ways to interact with it thanks to the potential burning counter.
yeah.
It's still good, but I think that Frozen is kind of balanced to be both the most common and the most easily disrupted form of stun.
Right.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay, so yes, we have insanely low morale because we don't have any income, but I don't think it's going to actually disband these units, and because next turn we're going to be able to click this, all of our morale, you don't have enough income to support this army problem, will disappear. And of course, if we can win that siege, that will also liberate quite a lot of our economy.
Alright, should I take experienced leader on this guy and then reset him in 2 turns? I think that's
1000%.
actually pretty optimal. I think I'm doing it. God, but then I have to remember what I had on this person. I like what I have on this person.
Okay, that's out. That's fine. I guess I could even potentially use an Astral Wisp ritual here just to queue it. Yeah, it's not going to hurt us. We have the casting points, and there's a non-zero chance that we're going to desperately need lots of units as soon as this fight's over. Should we do double Astral Wisp ritual on that note? Because we're going to get a bunch of mana next turn, which will enable us to do lightning torrents. Yeah, all right. Just queue up a whole bunch of
What kind of
wisps
damage
here.
channels are going to do extra damage to both Walker and Garacian? Not many. Oh, you're out of gold. That's not good. Garacian, I'm impressed. I kind of don't want to kill you here. This is good. You're gonna win, I think.
I think it's gonna be an interesting fight because it's not gonna be a siege. I'm gonna attack out next turn.
Nice, nice. Yes. All right, then
We'll see what happens in that attack out, but yeah, I'm gonna attack out next turn.
I'm not worried about
I'll be right back.
much here. Let's just take this because I know I want it.
Wait, was it, including Badok, was it all 4 of us as Mystics?
There's one player that, yeah, Badok was actually Mystic, and I think, yes, that sounds right.
You're
4 out of
kidding
5
me.
players is Mystic.
4
right?
mystics?
This is the Mystic Island free for all now.
God, surrounded by nerds.
Yeah.
Book learning nerds.
First the nerds.
Not true. Wait, you seriously can do that in an AoE? Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, that is the story of his corruption, right? A bunch of people smarter than him telling him what to do. And him just smashing around.
Yes, I'm not that familiar with the story, actually.
Which story?
Oh man.
Arthas turning into.
Oh yeah.
Living.
I mean, it's mostly like people like, oh, Arthas, don't interact with that evil sword. It'll do bad stuff for you, and being like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it was, right?
Yeah, it was mostly okay. I mean, like, it was like it created a good story, and according to season 8 of Game of Thrones, that's the only thing that matters.
Yes.
And who has a better story than Arthas the Broken?
I can't believe they said that.
Yeah, also, fools, you put a god emperor on the throne.
Yeah.
He can see the future, he can see the past, he can see anywhere in the world. What the heck?
Yeah,
They're
what's
just
wrong
really
with that?
big
It's great.
fans of Children of Dune. That's really just all it boils down to. Alright, Garacian, do you have units 17 and 18 for these stacks for next turn?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, that's tragic. Will I get my lightning torn up? Yeah, I think I will.
It's okay, I'm not worried about it because after I fight you, no matter what happens, I've got WinSlaya to attack the winner.
Yeah, and there's Godsend has 2 stacks nearby too.
Shh, don't tell them they didn't know.
Oh.
No, I actually brought them.
If Winslaya has
I
enough
knew.
vision to see,
I knew he had at least
Garacian.
one. I was just over there with my scout.
see actually who wins.
I
He's
honestly
got-
played pretty poorly this game, so I'm
He's
just,
got a Snow Spirit. I mean, this is your first main multiplayer, right?
yeah.
I think you did fine for yourself. Like, you managed to not die brutally, and you've got at least a second hero on the field. No, we're absolutely not going to do this.
Alright, do we want to make these permanent? Gonna cost all of my
Yes.
mana. Oh my god.
Perfect.
Cost me a
Done.
very small portion of my mana.
Uh,
Wait, you
it's
guys
like-
also don't
you
have a
do
lot of
this.
mana?
Wait,
What's
so this-
wrong?
Oh my god.
Shock units, right?
so it's, yeah, I think
Yes.
shock units get, like,
I only have
48
4 of them.
movement.
Oh.
So it's, like,
that's not
really
worth it.
good for getting crazy fast Storm Spirits, but that mostly is it.
So if
It's pretty good though.
if one of us picks it, like it's all individual, right? If I
Yeah,
like,
it's
if I-
individual.
if I
Yep.
keep the enchant, okay.
Yeah, it
So if I do
starts
this,
as a
I'm not gonna
global,
have
and then-
mana for a fight this turn, which is kind of a problem, right? I think.
I mean, I think
Or should I
we're
wait?
probably not gonna have the second fight on the exact same turn because that
Alright,
seems a
then I'm
little
taking
silly.
this.
So
I'm
if you
taking
need
this.
a turn or two to organize, all right, Gracie, let me organize some stacks. Do you need to reset your heroes or anything like that?
I don't think I'm gonna bother.
That's fair.
I do have a spell, so just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
Also, Godsend, that scout's about to enter into eternal nightmare if he doesn't get out of my capital.
So this
the one pillaging?
hero here is a militarist.
Yeah,
which means we
I
get
sent him a
+1
little
defense
spooky
on
friend.
all shield, polearm, shock, and fighter units. And so this one we're actually probably not even going to bother
And the
putting
spell shield won't
a
be able to get
soother
into the fight
into.
until 2 turns from now. I
Question
have
for
2
me
spell
is, do we
shields
want a
that are on the way.
third spell shield for that militarist, or do we?
But
Nah, I
why
think
am
we'd
I
probably just give an extra
options?
defense to
So
the.
bad.
Yeah, the lesser storm spirit is definitely more important here.
I don't have the answer to that
so
one.
skill diff.
Unfortunately.
Scouts out. What's going on?
The additional heroes being offered to me. The rolls are bad.
The rolls for it? Like, you mean the
Yeah.
special abilities that it comes with? It seems to be mostly random, except there are a couple of them where it's like, if you play as a human barbarian, then you get some, like, fixed heroes to work with.
Really, I didn't know. I mean, the question was actually rhetorical, but
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that there was actually like weights to the rolls.
It's not even a weighted, it's like there are a couple of
Just
pre-created
Oh.
heroes that will show up if you specifically take one form trait with one racial, like with one culture, I don't remember the list, but it's pretty easy to find. And some of them are actually pretty good. Like, you get some of them actually have 2 skills at the same time rather than just 1.
I do not seem to be able to cancel pillaging.
Yes, I remember seeing something about that. I don't know when that changed, but it's not ideal for some situations for sure.
Well, yeah, then I have no choice. You can kill it if I can't.
Okay.
Kill
Well,
pillaging.
sorry, I don't know what's causing that. You can't click abort. You can't move him.
No.
Yeah, I think we want.
That's what's happening.
Is that a bug or is that intentional?
I think it's intentional, but it's also something that I don't remember them making a big announcement for, and I was kind of like shocked when it happened to me too. Like it's I think not going to change anytime too soon, but who knows? I don't think that's introduced this with the beta or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it's been around for a few patches.
Is it worth it for
Your
me
scout
to
was
just
worth
force
1
through
soul.
lightning focus right now?
It's a tragedy.
I mean, none of these stacks of Garacians are like so scary that I feel like we need lightning torrent for it. So I actually think we are going to take this time to cast.
This turn or next turn?
Yeah, this turn.
This turn.
Yeah, I'm just casting an enchantment, and then I'm actually ready to fight right now, Garacian, if you are.
Okay, let me cast.
I managed to get mana together, just barely, but I did it.
I'm so proud of you.
I can cast spells. They'll never see it coming. I can't build anything, but I can cast spells.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about interference from the sidelines?
I mean, I think given that it looks like you guys have like 2-3 stacks right here, I would be fine if Garacian and I have this fight and then we just see how many units are around, and then 2 out of the 3 others, you know, also have a big fight.
Yeah, I don't see anything stopping us from having a series of fights.
Yeah,
like
it's just
as
time.
long as it's like
long as people are cool
it's
for
just
it.
unfortunate for whoever's the one getting attacked over and over, but you did
I think-
invite us to your capital. Not that I wasn't
Well, no,
already
no,
on
I'm
my
not-
way there last
right.
time we played.
I invited
I mean, if
everybody
I-
here so we can all have this battlefield. It was like,
This is where we need battles that have multiple
Yeah.
more than 2 players but aren't on a team. It'd be so
yeah,
fun.
yeah, like a War of the 5 Armies kind of thing.
I mean,
think-
I wanted to influence the weather patterns for the fight.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
Are
see
we
what you're
okay with
saying.
that?
You could. I mean, like that. If I'm not gonna stop you, but I
Yeah, I
would
don't
say
think
that
that's
like
against
if you
the
guys,
rules.
if you guys are gonna fight each other, then I think you're probably better off saving the casting points for, like, in the mana especially for that actual battle.
Well,
Like, unless-
I have the mana to do it for the next 3 or 4 turns if I want it.
Well, yeah, but you're also gonna be
I
using
feel
mana
like-
in battle itself with tactical spells. Don't ever
sportsmen-
discount that.
For sportsmanship, I kind of want to see Nurgle versus Garacian without it, but I also kind of think, like, if you really have, like, 800 mana, like...
Yeah, if you have 800
I don't
mana,
know if I
burn it,
can
maybe.
say,
I
like,
can't
you
stop
literally... Yeah, like...
I mean,
like,
I had 1,000 mana before I spent it to become
Yeah.
that permanent thing, so I still have like 700 mana. So he's probably in a similar boat. There's no shortage
Yeah.
of mana.
I think this is going to be an interesting fight without it, right? Like, this
It
is
probably
basically what
will.
the fight is going to be.
It
All
looks
I have
like
to
it's
do
gonna
is
be
kill some unit
Oh.
and then weaken him,
1566 versus
and I'll
1300.
come back.
Oh, Garacian, you might need the weather patterns. I
I
think
don't know
he's
if the
trying to
weather-
help
It
you.
depends on what the weather patterns turn into, though.
Up to you.
Right?
No, I think Grayson, you got this. You got the skeletons on your side. This is great.
Gracian, what is my aid worth to you?
He can't
Well, I have
even offer you
I have
anything,
15
though.
gold. Do you want my 15
You guys are
gold?
at war. You can't actually trade resources to each other.
Why not?
The game won't let you. Open someone's diplomacy screen. Try to trade with them.
Diplomacy is more than just resources.
Oh.
Oh, like that kind of. Okay. I'll give you 1 hour with me
350.
for free.
You do have better armies than me. I'm just looking at what you have here. Godsend, but do you have a third? Or is it just 2 stacks?
You'll have to find out.
I think I see a third. I'm just not sure. The
Alright.
thing is, I can fight you. I just can't fight you with all 18 of my units outside of the water next turn. You'd have to come into the water and fight me next turn because I've got a spell shield that's lagging
It doesn't
behind.
necessarily have to even be next turn, right? If we just have to have people force end turn a couple of times, we can. Godsend, if you want to cast the spell, just like do it. But I think if we're gonna get a second fight, then we have to start this in like 5 seconds.
Okay, no, I'm gonna leave it be fair. I just thought it would be fun for the sake.
It
of
could be fun. It could be
an
fun.
Entertainment value.
Garacian, which one do you want me to attack into? Do you want me to attack into your ruler or your second hero?
It doesn't really matter. I'd like to ask a question real quick so I don't forget. In Godsend's armies, I assume this has to do with the mystic subculture, but some of his units have like a little blue orb in the top left of their
Yes.
portrait. Why only some of them have that?
Those are the mystic or the magic origin units that he can use astral echoes to level up.
Oh, so it's saying he doesn't have enough for the other ones?
No, it's just indicating that those are the ones that he can at all, I think.
Actually, Gracian's
Yeah, it's
right.
all of
That's
them.
whether or not it's how many.
Oh, it is
Both my
highlighting,
resources
right?
and the amount of experience required, which is probably information that other players shouldn't be privy to.
Shouldn't be privy
that
to.
is
Yeah, you're right.
interesting.
That's weird.
Alright, this will be fun.
All
Okay,
right,
yeah,
well,
that's all.
good luck,
Because I
have
was like,
fun.
'cause only some of them, like, there's a bunch of magic units, and some of them don't have an orb, and I was clicking on them like, is there an enchantment or something?
All right, we successfully did not fail to have everyone be able to watch this, right?
No, I'm watching.
Wait a minute, I just remembered that Arthas never conquered Kalimdor. No!
No.
What was I thinking?
So we did get blasted with a blizzard
Doing-
on this
I
stack with a
noticed
bunch
something there. I
of
thought
lesser
the
storm
text
spirits,
said
which is
that when
pretty
I
scary.
clicked that
But
thing, I would
because
have
these guys
the
are
enchantment on my
inside
guys
range
for
of
240
this,
mana. So
you can
I was
put
like,
off
dang,
the
this is
damage
expensive.
Yeah.
That
pretty
makes sense.
cleanly.
And then now I see I have to actually enchant it
Yes,
for 100
I know,
mana.
annoying. I know, I
What?
just had the same thing, yeah. I was like, oh,
Alright.
that'll be cool to have that permanently, like, nope. You have the, now you
Okay.
permanently have the
So let's
option
look
to
at
have
what he's
it.
got. So in addition to all those pole arms, which was like the biggest downside to potentially bringing the army that we have here with 1, 2, 3, 4 spell shields and mounted units. In addition to all of those pole arms, it doesn't look like Arthas's army is actually too strong. The magic missile is pretty annoying and actually really dangerous at threatening our ruler. Oh, this is the Soother. Oh, but of course we do have a champion rank Soother. That's really important. And actually, where is our champion rank spell shield? I think it's this one, isn't it? No, it's this one. It put it on the absolute far side. But we do have a champion rank spell shield and a champion rank Soother. So we can use both of those as good sources to give us bolstered resistance and bolstered defense to a bunch of units. And then use our second hero here with Mass Rejuvenation to put off the damage from Blizzard, and then push into these guys. Because I think other than all of the polearms, I don't see anything out of Garacian that's going to be too terrifying. I mean, the fact that he also has this Wand of Lightning Strike means that we really do have to be super careful with our ruler, but that's generally the way you have to do it with sovereigns anyway. They're just so fragile. Yeah, there's going to be a billion polearms in every fight. No, Arthas isn't a nerd. Arthas is feudal. It's just that Arthas is carrying a staff for some reason. Staff, yeah. That kind of feels lore accurate, actually. If Arthas found a powerful evil staff, he would 1000% use it. Let's see. Yeah, we don't really need to be too worried about how these units set up initially, because I don't see anything behind. Yeah, this is okay. He's got like all physical attackers, so the fact that all of these guys are going to get countered pretty bad by the polearms is, I don't think, as big a deal. Okay.
Still relatively weak, and you don't want to lose too much in those combats. So I think
So
I
that's
waited
the
for
regular
a few
soother,
combats.
and that's the
Although at the
fancy
same time,
soother.
if I remember correctly, it didn't spawn me adjacent to water. It spawned me inland, and there was, I think,
we'll do the
one or
mass
two fights on my
rejuvenation next
continent. It was a
turn,
really
maybe?
rough start for me. I had
Yeah, I think we'll do it next turn actually. So we'll just use the
Tide
first turn to
Spirit at
just
the very least, which
position
I
and
kept
get
alive. That was,
bolstered
I think,
stuff.
my turn 0 spawn from being Druidic Terraformer, maybe? Pretty sure I'm Druidic Terraformer, like Seafarer. So I'm very happy that I kept him alive. It was actually very useful. Could have used it more.
Yeah.
But it was fun
This
to
looks like
keep
a
him and
good-
use him.
In hindsight, when
little
you guys
spot.
said this was going to be an island map, I probably should have done like a Seafarers faction.
Seafarers is really good, but it's not the only way to approach island maps. Like, Spawnkin is also a lot better on island maps because a lot of the boats are single model entities when it comes to those fights. So Embarkation is just like really, really good there. But you can do a lot of different things on island maps. You just need to make sure that you're aware that farming is going to be focused more on fighting gold out of the pearls and then food off of the fish and then limited access to production.
And you can pretend that you've spawned in Azeroth and then find a different continent and call
One turn now.
Soothers
Nope,
to
still
just
3
heal.
turns.
Oh, it's changed on the Mistress, but not the okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sad.
That way we don't
I
even
mean,
care if we
That'll
don't
get
have
caught
the
eventually, right? Like, that's too good.
master
Yeah, it's
regeneration down this
too.
turn.
It's
It doesn't matter.
You know,
This is
RNG
a good
is
spot for
fun
that.
when it's balanced, and I think some of those effects are better than other effects. And yeah, it's random, but if you roll any number of insanity for 3 turns, it's just too
Yeah,
good.
three
That-
turns is nuts. That's the worst offender on that, I think. One
Yeah.
turn would still make it a very powerful
It
effect.
still
to
would,
roll.
yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that's okay for
I mean,
that
if they
Storm
really
Spirit.
wanted to keep 3 turns,
Just
make
move
it a
that there.
neutralize, make it a take actions away for, I don't know, maybe even 2 turns, because 3 turns seems like a bit much for that even.
I mean, like, there
That's-
are other
that's-
3-turn effects on the Chaos Pulse, so I'm just, like, not super worried about that. The Electrified is 3 turns, so, like, it's
Yeah.
there's always an option there. Okay, so he's used Call to Glory.
Blind until end of
We
combat.
do also have the ability
Okay,
to start chucking
sometimes,
Astral Keepers
I
in here,
guess.
because we got those, like, at the very last possible time, but we did get them online, which means we have a crazy amount of healing for this fight against Garacian, actually. And because we did get the lightning down,
Don't get me wrong, I love this game.
I think Arcanists are going to be able to chew through this pretty well. This is where having potential is another weakness,
I am
right?
him.
These guys are
I
going to have
chaos
access
pulse
to frost
any
resistance
groups
everywhere.
of 3 or more. That's a nice group of 3 or more.
I can't really not have a group of 3.
He's got
That's
so
the
many
problem,
units.
right?
Yeah.
A little bit unfeasible here.
Let's just avoid the or more then, I think.
You could just, if you just retreat all your units, Garacian, then you won't have 3 or more groups. That's the real
You
the real
joke,
counter.
but that would be strategically the best decision here, and let everyone else fight you. Thank you.
Yeah. No, you gotta just keep him from having gold, and then his units will leave on their own.
No.
pretty well.
We've experimented with this. I've observed it now with the mana side at least. They did not disband. They were extremely mad for a couple of turns, but with our mana problem sated, the Storm Spirits are no longer screaming angry at me. I
Wait,
think that was a Planetfall thing only. Like they were at extremely negative morale, but I don't think that they were disbanding.
That's so weird.
Yeah. It, like,
Maybe
if
you got
brought them
lucky
into a
on
fight,
those
they'd start
rolls.
at negative 50. Maybe.
Wait, so I'm confused. None of you guys you fixed your
I
income
fixed
issues?
my
Aw,
fixed my
no.
bank issues. My income issues are still a problem, but
Okay.
like as long as you have enough in your bank to cover for your negative income, it doesn't matter.
So the Imperium
And-
mana thing?
Imperium mana gold, yeah. if you have a negative income and like a zero bank, then all the units that rely on that resource as a form of income will start fights at negative 50 morale. So like, you know, breathe on them and they start routing. But I did get through that. I did get through it.
You know what's funny? When Walker told me where his capital was, I was already literally moving in that direction because I had my system. You were exactly where I thought you were.
Yeah. I mean, it was a, you know, limited map, right?
I'm actually pretty close to Godsend too, I think.
Yep.
No, go away.
All right, so let's see.
Well,
Where
no,
are
Godsend,
we
don't
going to
you
put
have
up
a city on like
this
next to my
master
capital?
right
Across
there,
the-
honestly.
Not that I know of, which is
Oh, okay.
I think we're
That's
gonna
hilarious.
do it right there. So
I thought you knew that you were on my
Where are we
border,
gonna
but
put
I guess since my capital is just in the middle of nowhere land, and I built
we'll put you here.
east instead of west, you never saw it.
if I saw it 2 weeks ago, I completely forgot. So,
Yeah.
Put you.
I probably only have vision on your city because my capital
Here.
has extra
Yeah.
vision for being the capital, right?
You seem to have extra vision compared
It's
to
not
us,
the-
regardless, based on
Let's see what-
everything that we were talking about with this.
When
Yeah,
you go
did
in
you
water, you
take-
get more vision, and when you're embarked, you get more vision for sure. I
Yeah.
think that's
But
that's
you
one of
didn't
the
take
things that I
a
noticed.
vision skill, did you?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay,
I think I took, well, maybe, but I don't think so. I can't see it right now, can I?
Not in battle, no.
Yeah. I believe I took things that are more useful, like dodginess. I can dodge ranged attacks more easily, which I'm not seeing a lot of that. Well, you know what? Garacian does have some archers here.
More
I took things that are role-playing related.
I think the vision skills are actually good. It's just something that you can't quantify.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I know what you
influence
mean.
your ability to creep really, really positively, but you can't like say, all right, this is a 10% whatever, because it doesn't work like that. It depends on what you actually find and how you find it.
Activating insane Garacian
Yeah,
luck.
actually, let's just go here.
Good.
Let's go
Activated.
here. Let's go.
Chaos Pulse
Here?
will exclusively be healing my units.
Wait,
That
he
looks
used
like
it.
a
I didn't
good-
actually see that trigger. He did. He
No, he
actually
didn't
just
use it
heal
yet.
you?
I'm
use it.
just activating my luck beforehand so that it helps me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's doing the gambit power. getting absolutely wrecked by Magneto. That's the gambit power.
Well,
Oh, I like Gambit. That's Sag.
Did you watch X-Men 97?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the new one. And I saw a really cool side by side of the intros from the old one and the new one, and it's so cool.
what's
If you
it
haven't
like
seen
in
it,
general?
they
I think
they basically
did a really good
remade
job
it
of-
with
yeah,
modern.
It has a lot of the same vibes as like the original X-Men from the 90s, but with like much better animation, and I think better storytelling, but it's still like a Saturday morning breakfast cereal kind of cartoon, so just like
Yeah,
prepare yourself for that.
It's not The Boys or Invincible animation,
Yeah.
right? It's like
No, I think actually in
kids'
some ways it's
cartoon.
better.
Or-
Honestly, the animation quality is incredible. Like, they, according to Cosmonaut, the artists did a good job of like relying on Capcom versus Marvel for like ideas for fighting, and the fights in it really are incredibly good. They're like frenetic and fun and really engaging and show like a lot of team ups, but it is. It's more that like the story is pretty basic, and that's not even a bad thing. It's just a true thing, I think.
Probably a silly question since you're saying the story's basic and it's more like Saturday morning cartoons. But given the fact that Marvel did just get the rights or whatever to the X-Men, is the story in X-Men 97 something that's going to end up being canon to movies?
Quite possibly. I
all
don't know. I don't
multiverse
work
now,
there.
right? Isn't that the point of multiverse now? Is that any canon is like not necessarily in the same universe? It is canon
Yeah,
somewhere.
it is canon
somewhere.
somewhere.
that's how they're explaining away the fact that they didn't originally own the rights, is that it's all part of the multiverse, but with them making new content, I'm wondering if it's part of the universe that they've been storytelling in. That's basically what I was getting at.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably is my guess, but like I don't know how often they're gonna reference it or interact with it, other than just saying, "Hey, this thing exists."
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to now form up a front line
Garacian,
that
you
can
have
at least
infectious
like
insanity
stand
prepped,
against
right?
these guys, right?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Good. Good.
Is that gonna be close enough?
I
Yeah,
was
that's
I
gonna
was
be
waiting
close
for the
enough.
mighty meek when I came over here and looked at your units, and then I was like, very sad. This would be a good time for some mighty meek skeletons, I think.
Yeah, Mighty Meek would make this fight a lot more terrifying.
Because then the hero just dies.
Yeah,
Hero
Mighty,
does,
Meek,
like,
Mighty Meek
as a tier
really
4,
rips them
right?
apart. Heroes are tier 5 for Mighty Meek.
Jesus, that's.
On
Yeah, I feel like-
crossbows,
I wonder
it's
if they
plus
should-
10 damage. It's
I wonder
it's
if they
a
should
lot.
balance that. Like, I can almost see it being like champions and Godir should be treated as like tier 3s.
Yeah,
and
that
then,
might
like,
be
The
better.
dragons and eldritch should be 4 or 5s.
Actually,
They are
don't
literally
hate
way
using
bigger.
this, but
We
I think I'm gonna
can't
save
work without it.
our spells until probably
You
sometime
know,
after we hit
Lightbringers
some
have
dissonance
some
down onto the
plays,
board.
but not really.
Yeah,
You
we've
know,
been
I
in
think
here.
you're onto something. It has to be good.
Lightbringers are, I think, a lot better in the new format, just because like they don't cap at 65 HP anymore or whatever. Like now they can actually survive a couple of rounds, but they still have issues where like they're really soft to range units. Now it's like a good weakness to have because ranged units just generically aren't very strong, but they are very soft to ranged units, and so you have to be careful on how you build around them. And then they also have like the weakness to frost damage, which is not like as bad as it is on undeads with their -4 weakness, but like you got to be careful still because there's a lot of ways to get good frost on the board.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna engage next turn. Presumably, we're going to need to use our phase in order to
somebody has
utilize
to
our
attack
chaos
somebody
pulse.
here, and that
Yeah.
somebody is
That's me.
Walker.
I'm moving there. It's just a slow burn. These guys 32 movement on Storm Spirits without them being able to phase. It's pretty slow. I'm hoping
Yeah.
I can get at least one of these bad boys to evolve. And I wish I had the mana for that cool event, because I would have taken very fast on these in an instant.
Yeah. No, I think
But-
I'm going to take some time to make sure I have the mana and the casting points to get that thing up for my fight.
Yeah. I mean, if you
And then
if you
also
have
have
a couple
something
of
else
Storm
after that.
Spirits, like those are gonna be not like absolute nonsense units.
Yeah.
Fully
Yeah, I
evolved
know.
Storm Spirits with 48 movement are something that normally you expect to get out of a tier 5 tome. Fortunately, this one doesn't come with 30% extra damage, so good. But oh boy, it's still really good.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna need 2 turns in order to get my plan online, and then I can fight whoever. Probably
work.
gonna be Godsend.
Righto.
What if we don't want to allow you to have 2 turns?
Well, I mean,
I
you don't
mean,
want
I
to allow
don't-
me to get that up. That's
Personally, I
the
think
thing.
that we're
I'll fight you in the water.
No. Like, I think we should encourage people to bring whatever tools they can on a timetable that makes sense for the players, not to just be like, all right, well, I can attack you this turn, therefore I will, because we want to send this save file off in style.
I can defend without it, but my caveat would be I'm defending in water where I do 20% extra damage. So, I mean,
So the cold damage.
So we can actually get
What?
some shots off here onto.
I didn't quite catch that. I do put just 20% because I'm seafaring.
at
Just like
90
I don't know if that's
here,
gonna be great
which
for
would
you.
be something that we could support by moving the spell shield
don't
that
you
like
take more
insanely
damage,
close
too?
to these peasant
You're
pikemen. But
embarked.
I don't know if I want to do
Anybody
that.
who's
That looks
embarked will
really
have
dangerous.
-2 armor and 2
Unless we just
resistance, I
do
think.
this.
So everybody will die quicker.
Is that
But
only in combat? Or is it
No, it's
outside of combat as well.
Yeah, outside as well. I think.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is okay.
It's just gonna hit me with a million spells. Oh no.
So yeah,
Actually
let's
have, I think, the
chaos
tools to deal with
pulse
that, so it's
here.
fine.
See how those.
He's doing it.
Yep. All right. So we got insanity and insanity.
Oh no! Do you? Oh no! This is it.
God, it's
That-
so ridiculous. What the?
I don't think you can survive that. Like even if you remove those, that's so much damage just on your own
God,
units.
3 turns.
I should have
Oh.
helped Gracie.
Oh.
Wait,
Maybe.
Gracie, do you not have a cleanse at all?
Let's see.
Wait,
Arthas doesn't need to heal.
Yeah, what are you talking about? These are throwaways. They just come back
Uh,
as skeletons. It's fine.
All right, yeah, we'll just move in here now that the
I didn't
pikeman
see
is
that either.
insane. We can
yes,
actually
maybe
get around
a little
this.
help would have gone a long way.
I think the soother is probably gonna just stand still here, right? Yeah, I think that soother's just gonna stand still there. And then the spell
Actually,
shield.
this game doesn't
Go
allow
here.
for battles involving.
Multiple sides. No, but you could have cast a strategic layer damage spell on one of my stacks that Garacian hadn't hit.
Well, yeah, that's what
I-
I was thinking. I was just, but I was getting at the fact that that actually is like a. That's probably something that they should look to try and enable in the future, although it would cause a slew of problems, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you're just like you're observing through the magic ball, and you're just throwing down your spells across the universe.
Well, even just having armies from 3 different
Yeah, he was talking about
actors present in a fight.
three different.
Oh right, right.
3 different sides in a fight. Yeah, spawn in a
You also-
triangle.
you
That's
also
easy
get
to do with
like a hobbit
hexes.
battle. Yeah, I
That
think
would-
that's something that could be introduced, but it'd be difficult probably for them to justify it for a single player game.
Badok mod, please.
Yeah, if it's moddable,
probably
then
a
that's probably the smart way to
limitation.
do it.
Like I don't know how much the engine can handle outside of what we can see on the board here, because it does hit a limit for units when you're summoning. I think it was like 60 or something units that we saw. I believe it's actually like 63 or 64. Is right around that. Whatever it is. 2 to power. 2 to the 8th power, I think, gives you 64. Anywho, I think if you had 3 stacks of 18, then you wouldn't be able to summon in as many before hitting that limit
That's
and
good.
maybe causing issues on your computer.
I mean, you guys have observed the summon unit stack limit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the map can only handle like 63 units or 64 or something close to that.
That's
Yeah.
probably a thing that too. I have not observed that yet. I mean, I've been playing summoners a lot since they came out, but I haven't hit that limit yet.
It's
I first
difficult
saw
to
it
do in
with,
single player.
Vines. Yeah.
But with
Yeah.
2 players on Vines, it's very easy to accomplish.
I don't know if it's like so optimal that you'll see it in realistic situations enough, but like we definitely had it come
Yeah, you
up
can
once where
test
we
it
both
pretty
were on
easily.
vines and we both wanted to use vines. It's like, whoa, wait, oh no.
Yep.
What have I done to myself?
Alright, Gracian, how many AoE things do you have?
60.
Don't lie to me. Damn it. 60. Again? Every time.
No, I'm not gonna Nemki war crime you.
Let's go this
Oh, man, I
way.
need mana.
And
I need
then
to get more mana.
I guess I should cast something because we have this overcharged spell, but like
Become my friend.
generically, I guess
Give
I
you
want
mana.
to keep the.
Oh yeah,
eh,
yeah, I'll do
just
that.
See if we can blast
Garacian
you.
Alliance.
Yeah, that's fine.
Secret Alliance.
Do
Secret
some sort of
Alliance, tell
resistance
no
here, at
one.
least That'll help us chew through
I'm
those
here to
archers
save you.
faster.
I was gonna offer Gracie no Alliance.
Uh-oh.
Secret
I was
double
gonna
alliance.
offer Garacian alliance.
This is a free-for-all where there are 2 teams.
Yes. I mean, that kind of is, if we do a diplomacy on game, that is kind of what people should expect, is that invariably teams do emerge, but I don't even see that as a problem. The last one we did was really, really long, but it was a lot of fun.
What you're talking about right there is literally why I was saying Soul Inferno would be fun. Like, everything in that game is secret from everyone else, except you can send messages in-game to each other.
Yeah.
And you basically are trying to manipulate everyone or form secret alliances and what have you.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Okay, so he's gonna try to freeze all of these guys, and if he gets them,
No!
he got none of them.
Well, at least slowed is sometimes more useful because it takes away the retaliation, and which can be nice, you know.
Yeah, slowed is actually a very powerful fail case, and one of the reasons that like Frost is just generically good. Unfortunately for Garacian, if we need to, we can just anti-magic tincture this and then get out of all of the slow.
But Walker has to have some cleanses, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have already seen it that I'm on alchemy because I've already used it to cleanse the infecting.
I can see on your hero too here.
Yeah. So fortunately, if those guys had gotten frozen, I could have cleansed them. I might still have to do that anyway, because Garacian's right. Slowed is a very powerful fail effect. What? What is this? Everyone's standing next to each other defending? Good.
I mean, it's feudal, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I have the signet researched.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm totally not using basic units with no enchantments.
Garacian.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, he wanted to show off the power of skeletons.
Yeah, I just did it too early before I had any enchantments at all, like an idiot.
You could have been showing up at his capital right now, like me. And,
that's
it
true.
might have worked better.
And then I could have had time to take a banner that was like, I'd saved it intentionally until like turn 18, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this banner, and I'm gonna have like 2 level 8 heroes, and then you
did it.
You did it,
Is it really
Garacian.
such a big deal to throw away a quarter of my skeletons in this battle?
I mean, not really. But if you give me enough experience points to evolve one of my lesser storm spirits, I might actually send you a nice email.
You won't do that.
I won't do that. I don't know how to write emails.
Yeah, writing is for losers. Like book learning nerds.
I love writing. It's just writing like 12-page documents that go nowhere. So we do have access to an Eldritch Mind Control, which is also really scary here.
I'm a little worried for this next turn here.
Because we could potentially grab one of these other guys.
I've got 2 more
and
players
get them
after
to just
me.
like go absolutely wild on one of these peasant pikemen. That's like the real downside is I don't know who the
No.
guys
So
supposed
you've
to be
been playing
controlling.
Druidic Terraformers with Summoners. How do you think that feels? Because that's one of the things that I've been trying to test with my different builds.
I like it in this map. It worked out pretty good, and I think on the first test that we did, I liked it even more because I had more access to leverage the storm elemental against
dead, but we've got
Badok's Free City. I think I
extras.
took it out like turn 8 or something, just because I was able to get in the water and get over to it really, really quickly and clear a few things on the way. I think it was like the first or second thing I did once I actually got in the water was say, I'm gonna go take that city out.
I feel like Druidic Terraformers is really complicated to get max value out of, though, because it's one of them that, like, you need to have good base incomes in your cities in order for percentage bonuses to matter, and then B, you kind of need terraforming access too, because you really do want to be able to set it down on a spot that gives you 2 bonuses at a minimum.
Yeah, so I've been considering it with Cryo Summoners. So I think it's like, because you have terraforming spells, multiples of them, you also are using elemental units, you should have access to at least 2 of the percentage bonuses. It's one of the reasons I was looking at it.
I think Druidic is pretty solid, but I generally use it on more things like High, where like your just base income in cities are going to be so much higher than they are in Summoners. Like the being able to get good elementals is nice, but I think in order for it to work as a pick, you need to be getting good economy out of it too.
I think I've seen some people do some pretty good elemental builds right around. God, of course you did. Of course you did.
Yeah, you know I did.
Right around the time of the new content dropping. It's just so distracted by that mind control.
Yeah, I thought Grace's Luck Shield was supposed to be active here.
Yeah, I think
Very
I might have activated it the wrong way or something.
Yeah. You're gonna win, right? Though.
No. You guys
No?
are gonna win.
The team is gonna win, right?
Me a favor, take out his hero. You can do that, right? No.
The Eldritch guy? I don't think so.
No, I think so. I think with that, those two insanities, that was it. That was like, that was it.
That was pretty big. 2 pieces, switch sides. One of them a tier 2 defender.
Here, I'll
Okay.
help offset that for you.
That was very nice of you. Actually,
I do say that I think that ability is a little absurd. I think that one does need to be toned down. So I'm happy to eat a couple of turns for you. I think 2 turns on Insanity would be more fair.
Yes.
1 turn
whatever.
is probably good, but like that one, I think that's probably the worst part of Chaos Pulse, and I think we need to do something about it.
Yeah, we should do something about it.
Yeah.
Cody, somebody write Cody. He might actually be able to alter that pretty easily if he hasn't already. He may have, and I've already forgotten. I just interviewed him on his things and all the changes that were in it, like what, a week ago?
Yeah, something like that. You should know that. I think it was your video.
I mean, we talked for 2 hours about something we could have talked about for easily 6, like, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was just like, oh, and then what, and what's that, and what's this, and what's that?
Oh man, I actually should have attacked this guy first with our Sundered Resistance. We would have killed it with the shoot. Yeah, it would have been dead to the Arcanist. Walker.
I just forget how dissonance works too. This is there's so many things in this mystic culture that I just don't know yet.
Yeah.
It's been here for a while.
Potential is weird because like it's got all of the pieces that you need in order for something to just be like monstrously hideously broken, but it also has a lot of problems that I think do a good job of balancing that potential down. Right?
Dissonance is more about like, if I'm reading these things correctly, it's more about like a few big spells that impact the battlefield more. And Channelers is more like cast spells constantly, flinging spells left and right.
Well, Dissonance, it's more just like the, again, mechanical hostility to the way that the game plays out. If you're using Dissonance, then you're attacking people and then casting spells, which means that on the retaliation attacks, you're not going to have the extra damage output that you usually get, right?
Yeah, but you get the overcharge spell, and then the enemies take damage when they overcharge.
Yes, but because of the setup cost, it's actually like a lot more complicated to actually be able to set up Dissonance without losing units, or models rather. And so like the cost for setting up Dissonance is so high that I don't think it usually makes sense to run as like the core. It's not what draws you to potential, right? What draws you to potential is the mid and late game scaling with infinite casting.
Does the other subcultures for Mystic have the same issues as Summoners in terms of like things that don't really match up with other cultures, or the xenophobic problems where basically traits, for instance, champions don't have a baseline skill for Summoners. And it's not something that you can learn with Wizard Kings or Eldritch Sovereigns, and then you have things that only affect the culture units not the racial units.
Right. No, that's one of the reasons why I think that largely summoning is best and only like really good on smaller maps or rush scenarios. Attunement's just so unbelievably good. It's even with them scaling back the way you can use Astral Echoes, it's still the best version. Should we use this to just defend here? Or should we just pick off this spell shield? Yeah, just pick it off. We got light cav. Just use the light cav to kill things, Walker. It's good for morale. Do your best there, and your other units will be alright. We can even save this Arcane Guard, honestly. Yeah, let's just peel it off for retaliations.
Is it
Done.
just me, or does it feel like it would be usually much later in the game when we reach this point? I think it's because we didn't take an hour to start.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job of actually getting the fight going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys had units anyways. I'm very happy with Garacian applying the pressure.
Yes,
Like
here.
it's a bold move, and I think it makes games more interesting when you take those bold moves.
And then I guess we'll just keep this Storm Spirit here, like, just in case. In this Arcane Guard, I guess we'll also just shred models as much as possible. And then next turn, I guess we're going to cast some sort of
I'm going to ask on this, because I asked earlier, is that generally the stance that you guys have? Like, when I offered to help, and again, it was more for, like, entertainment and content and whatnot, but is that like a thing, like, we prefer just to make sure that the fights are more honorable or whatever? Or is that something that, like, in terms of diplomacy that we can do?
When it comes to the like true free-for-alls, like with diplomacy on, there I think that anything goes, right? In a full diplomacy on free-for-all, I personally think it's cool to sit a scout on top of a Bronze Ancient Wonder and then sell it to whoever comes along and asks for you to move and things like that. You know, like, but in a non free for all, like, this is zero diplomacy, right? We're just killing each other. There's not really any way for people to say, if you move this or cast that spell, I'll send you 150 gold. And so I think the options for doing real diplomacy on this one are intentionally limited.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I like that line of thought on it. For me, it was just kind of coming from the point of, like, it just doesn't, like, if it happened to me, I, like, regardless of the setting, I wouldn't feel great about one player
I would be
against two players.
1,000% in for somebody
You know,
doing
like,
it in real diplomacy
like,
on free for all. I would be very happy if someone paid an opponent 300 mana in order to cast one Blizzard, right?
Yeah, I think it's like arguable in both directions enough for me that I'm not, like, too bothered one way or another. But, like, yeah. My general thought is I like when things are fair.
Wait, is that? No, that's my
you know,
0
like,
rank
at the end of the
spell
day,
shield.
when
Yeah,
people
kill
have
this one all
fun
day long. That's fine.
want to come back
This is
and
the
stuff like that,
cheapest one
and
to
enjoy, make it
produce.
enjoyable to watch. Like, because if it's too one-sided, then I don't know.
Yeah, that is true. If it's I'm gonna gang up on someone who is already behind, then that's a little more annoying. But I don't think people are naturally gonna want to do that anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's more the idea, from my perspective, it's more something that you want to do when you're trying to take on a stronger opponent.
Yeah, exactly. I think personally, it's up to WinSlaya because this is he's the one who's hosting it on his Discord. But I would vote for on diplomacy off, no, just because one of the advantages is that it's fast. But on diplomacy on, I think it's fair.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's fair. Now, what I'm curious about is you haven't lost a unit, right?
That
No, he hasn't
is
lost any
currently
yet.
true. That is currently true. But one of my spell shields is almost dead. One of them is almost certainly dying here.
Again,
Like, I
it
don't see how I'm
doesn't
supposed to
matter.
get it
If they're
out.
all buttered up, then you guys can kill them all.
Alright, and I think we need to consider if me and Godsend are fighting, or if Godsend, you should just attack Walker.
Well, I mean, that's kind of why I was asking how we felt about diplomacy in the
Yeah.
future, because I definitely feel like, from my perspective, it would have been beneficial for me if Garacian performed better here.
Yeah. Fair.
Oh man, what are you guys all gonna do?
Well, I don't think Walker's quite in a position to fight again this turn, but if he heals up next turn, he might be able to take on Godsend. But I don't know if he has the energy and willpower to do that.
I mean,
so
I
could
can
also be
I
one.
can do a second fight. I need to make sure yeah, we'll see how many units I have. I think I could do a second fight.
Yeah, right.
He also has
There's
a fair bit of temporary hit points in this battle too on his side.
Yeah.
So remember that his army's gonna look kind of half healthish after this.
But 2 turns is probably enough to top off most of these. I'm not at full health, by the way. Like I was clearing stuff on my way over, so my hero's like actually kind of close to half health.
Yeah. Yeah, I we'll see. I think we can definitely get a second fight of some combination of people, and I'm happy to be a part of that if I don't lose too much more in these next couple of turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good soother.
You're not gonna lose any units. You're fine.
That is possible. Okay, you can't kill that, but you
I
can.
can see the frozen effect when I zoom in, but when I zoom out, it's like, oh, it's frozen.
And you'll get some
A
extra
lot of blue
dissonance
on the battlefield.
if I attack
Right.
you. Yeah, a lot of things are blue because
You
they're
guys
either frozen
colorblind?
or... What? Red green?
No,
Red-
it's
red,
yellow
green?
blue for us. It's yellow blue with a bunch of elementals that are also blue.
Yeah. That's the secret problem.
Even your
You go
spears
here.
have blue on the end of them.
Yeah.
You don't have the flash, but I think we can still
Yeah.
use you to go here and then flash freeze, right? We just want to make sure that
Lightning
we
blades.
reduce the damage out here. Yeah, that seems pretty good.
No, I only met Walker's faction recently. Let's see, what are you playing?
Potential
Elusive.
mistakes.
Elusive. Tally. Okay. So you can run away.
Oh, and Walker, at some point, I need to sit down and have a chat about what cube is.
Oh, absolutely. We should honestly, if any of you are interested in doing cubes sometime next week between Monday and Thursday, then we will have that conversation. But
How are you doing cube? Like, what are you on arena or like how are you like tabletop simulator? How are you cubing?
Right.
Yeah, this is
so
part of what I'm
that is part of the problem is that the options for cubing online are pretty limited because Wizards is still not like cool. But basically, if you draft on Draftmancer or on Cube Cobra, then you can just export the decks to either MTGO, not Arena. Unfortunately, Arena is awful for cubing. Either MTGO if people are willing to pay $5 to trade cards around and have a UI that plays the game for you, or on Tabletop Simulator, or on Cockatrice, which is entirely free. You do not even have to have access to Tabletop Simulator for Cockatrice, so that's mostly what we've been playing on.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to tell you guys this because I haven't seen you since then, but I went to Gen Con and I actually went to the Bloomborough talk. So they had the developers, the lead designers and artists for Bloomborough. They talked about their process for creating the set from start to finish, for concept art, how they narrowed down which creatures were which colors they were, etc. It was really cool, and I'm gonna have to get some cards because it was incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Also got a selfie with Jeremy Crawford, and I went to a couple of D&D talks. It was really awesome. I'll put it into chat.
Have you seen any of Bloomborough yet? Like, have you played it?
No, I haven't, but I saw all the behind-the-scenes stuff, and now I really want to.
It's a fun set. It's very like Portal-esque in that it's like pretty intentionally designed to be easy to understand. But I think they did a very good job with that. I think it plays well, and they should be pretty happy with what they put down.
Yeah, I just like the cuteness of it, and like it was such a cool talk. Like they even talked about like the anthropomorphization of the animals, and they had like
Yeah, whatever,
concept
we'll just
art where
kill
they
this guy
had
even
like
though he's
various
already
anthro
insane, it
versions of the
doesn't matter.
creatures, from just the creature
fight
to like
is indeed
essentially
over.
a human with like a few animal features, and like
It's the
everything in
Sparking
between.
Guard.
They're like, where
This is
do we
the
want to
injured
go
one.
with this? And then
Yeah,
they
you
had
just
like this
hang on to
master
that.
list of like 20 animals they wanted to have in, and they're like, no, we have to narrow this down to only like, I think it's like 8 or 10 animals. And they're like, what animals are going to be in? They had like raccoons here, and then they moved them to a different color. And they had like, apparently one of the lead designers, her favorite animal is otters, or I think it was otters. And so they were like, we have to have otters in the set or we'll be fired. So they had to like move some stuff around and find a place for the otters. It's so funny to me.
It's a really unfortunate though, if true, because the otters are in limited at least like one of the worst decks,
Oh,
at least
that's
what
sad.
it looks like right now on 17 lands data.
An inside joke then.
Yeah, I mean it does still have some fun stuff going on, but like, is it spells matter? Is so to speak more broadly about what Cube is, Godsend. It's just a curated format that allows you to play limited Magic, where you just do drafting without having to open packs. So it lets you play limited Magic an infinite number of times without paying $15 every time.
You're making your own set.
Yeah, basically you make
Essentially.
your own set. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a rough fight, man.
This was I think Garacian was right to siege my capital down because it did a lot of economic damage, but I don't think he had the military to win
No,
it.
and I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not lying here. The only reason I didn't retreat when you got all your units together was because everyone else came here too.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the honorable thing to do.
Yeah, the right.
Yeah, I was like,
the
well,
right thing to do is to
I'll
set
just,
up this fight.
if we're gonna have everybody here, then I'm just gonna try. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I think my empire is a little more sprawling than yours, so I kind of was a little surprised you were able to get all that many units into one place so quickly, because I had been
Yeah.
working on it for a bit. Like I had already planned to attack you last session.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh wow, he's got everything right here. Like you've got a city that's like 2 provinces from your capital. I was like, oh my god, it's so close.
Yeah. My starting island on the last, like the first time we rolled this, was a lot better than this one, but at least like the locations were pretty easy to move around in because of terrain.
Yeah, mine's okay. Actually, I like mine this time, but I think I really like the
Ridiculous.
one I had the last one, but I'm starting to not be able to remember what it even was at this point.
And do you still have an AoE? No, you don't.
I like all
There
these
we go.
wonders on their own islands off on the distance. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
do anything with them.
You just have to settle on the coast and expand out.
Yeah, let's just see if we can morale route in here.
I'm planning on buying commander decks for myself and for my wife, so try and get her into.
When
the
did
game.
it come out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bloomburrow?
I think Bloomborough itself is out, but I
Bloomburrow's
haven't seen the
super
commander
new.
decks on the shelves yet.
Looks like it came out. When was this post? I can't
Kill
see
it
when they made this
with
post.
anybody.
It just says Bloomburrow is out now, but I wanted to see the date on it, but that's okay.
Maybe we can
Let's
kill
see
this
here.
archer if we just freeze it. Yeah, cool. Actually,
Will not
now it's
live.
dead to dissonance, so we can do
Release date, August 2nd.
Yeah, we can do some form of
Oh, the day of the talk that I went to. Okay, that's cool that they did that.
some form of
Is
stacking
it
dissonance.
kind
will
of
kill these guys.
Eldritchy? Is this that thing I heard about that was like, oh, it's interesting.
No,
Age
it's
Warriors 4 is
it's-
doing Eldritch at the same time as something else.
Are you talking about Bloomburrow?
I think it may have
Bloomburrow
been.
is like red wall.
No, it's
kind
their
of.
coziest set, is what they call it. That's the talk. It was inside Bloomburrow, MTG's coziest set, and it's like Animalkin. Like think of the Builders or Redwall, those kind of things. Like those like little like mice with little shields and swords, and birds with staves, and raccoons with
Oh
clubs
my
and
god,
stuff.
why is
And
this
they're
thing
like.
dying
And so
instantaneously
they tried
a
to fit the theme of the animals to each of their colors or color
Overcharge.
combinations. So like rabbits are green and white, I think,
So it's 12,
and like
so,
mice
it's
are
not
like
gonna
white
die
and red.
unless
They're like the
we
heroes.
Also
It's
shoot
it's
him.
really cool
We
how
can
they
do that
did
too.
it.
No, that sounds fun.
Yeah, the birds are like blue and white, like flying and lightning. They
Which
harness
here-
or maybe it was the frogs. Frogs are blue and
Distance goes.
something, and they like harness lightning. It's super cool.
And
No mercy.
I gotta get the experience points.
It's true. I think if they retreat now, that you get the experience points.
As long as he saves his hero, I think that's all he's really gonna be able to do.
Come on, dice rolls. Garacian's saving up his good luck for another fight.
Actually, we could just
Saving up my good luck
Master
for when the other
Rejuvenation.
2 players kill you.
So when you
Yeah,
said
we'll
you
just do
didn't
this.
want to retreat because we were there, were you worried that we were just gonna cut you off and?
No, I wanted to see if I can inflict some damage at least, and then I was hoping you guys would take advantage. But it doesn't matter at this point who fights who, because everybody's in one place.
Yeah, right.
I think the obvious answer is everyone's gonna want to go after Walker, otherwise he's gonna be.
Mission accomplished.
Good.
Oh my god.
Sounds like I've proven that feudal skeletons are strong.
Yeah.
No, he didn't
Congrats.
live. Dang it.
As
Ah.
Got stuff to do,
No.
Arthas.
Okay, so
It
we
has
did get our
3
level
HP.
8. So now we have a
That's
question
tragic.
of what we're actually going to pick up as
Better
our other
attack 'em before
tome
they heal.
here.
Yeah, right.
I actually don't even hate
Does he heal?
taking Tome of Blessing.
Does that have 3? It has 3 things on the walls.
Sorcery
Yeah, go start
here
sieging.
also.
Can't get out of the. I need another 2 turns before I can get out of the water properly.
Whatever. I'll just take
I
Tome
need
of
next
Blessings.
turn.
I think it's fine.
I'm
Can you continue the siege from near where that the 2
I
units
guess
are?
I'll take
Like it looks
defensive
to me like
training
your hero
here,
could
because I
move
think that's where
next to and
this
continue the siege.
I
Just
have
so
no
we don't
clue.
lose.
going. I don't
left.
really think there's anything else that I really want out of
Sure,
the
you have 14 on this
the
one guy.
Sovereign tree here, right? Oh no, we do want Forgotten Home Mastery. That is better.
I possibly
should I
could, but
reset?
I do have more coming.
Should
I was just
reset?
thinking we don't want to drop the siege here, right?
Whatever.
That allows him to get more income.
I am not sending two groups when I have
2
3.
units when he's 3.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Yeah, you're fine. I mean, I could continue it.
Then continue it.
If you want to attack into a mass rejuvenation that I've already shown you, I will probably happily attack like 2
Nah,
stacks individually.
I mean, I did already
you send
contribute a
3
blizzard.
in, I'll probably run, but if you send 2 in, I'll probably attack again this turn.
No, I have 3 stacks. I have a 6, a 5, and a 5. But they're not full health. None of them's over 500 strength.
Yes, that is complicated.
Yeah, like you could probably actually beat me. Which I don't want to do right now.
Yeah, I
will-
guess I'll take
will
a
wait.
phase, whatever. It's
No, I thought
fine. It's fine.
not actually have reinforcement range on that 3rd stack.
No.
All right, well then I guess he can.
Don't think we're gonna
he can
use any
turn
other.
to,
Not if I
anything
peek,
else
I
we
don't have
need
reinforcement
gold for.
range.
Nah, we have
If he comes
Right,
after
nothing
me,
else we can spend gold on, honestly.
all right, I don't want to waste my spent mana, and right now I've spent 50, and
So,
Gosh,
what do we have in
I don't-
terms of what we can still research here? Oh, we can still research
settlements.
ciphers. That's not.
All right, we're
bad.
just passing a turn. It looks like, right?
Yeah, I'm just picking up because I had research that I got for free off of that fight.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Doing up economy stuff, and actually, yeah, I tagged
Actually,
heroes
should we just take?
that
I'll
don't
just
know,
work
like, the
on
options.
Astral Serpent here. That's okay.
Ah, I can spend this to get 1,000
3 EXP
mana
short.
next turn.
No.
Oh, plenty of mana.
So if we get through it,
Mana.
we will have a Storm Spirit at the end, but it
That's
won't be
the
until the
case,
3rd
start
fight. Jesus
prepping.
Christ.
This thing. Oh, I can't because I don't
Okay,
have
so
the
you
mana
have
this
the-
turn. No!
Our ruler has the horn of healing, so we want to put the most damaged units there.
And it gives me 5 more HP. I get to heal up a tiny passive amount. Isn't that extraordinary?
Oh, do you also have a horn?
No, but I'm in neutral territory. I wish I had a horn. Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, did you fail the escape check? Oh no, you didn't. That's just Badok's hero. Never mind.
Okay.
Why do you have a level up that I'm not aware of? Let's make sure I use this.
That looks like we got everything we need locally. And we'll have a lightning torrent coming down next turn. Oh, and we even have an astral wisp that we can drop in, but like we kind of aren't doing anything with that astral wisp if we do cast it, so there's no reason to use it. We don't even need the casting slot right now. So yeah, I think that's good. What can we spend Imperium on? Because the game is basically over. We could potentially
there's
cast
something
it
in the water that's
right
coming to say hi to me.
stand. That could be useful.
Hello. Yeah.
Alright, so I guess the question then is who would like to fight next? And what turn? I'm potentially open to even fighting this turn if you're desperate to get it done.
Wait a minute. What happened there? Oh, I clicked the thing, but it didn't go through. Oh, I thought I wasted all my... Oh, guys, can we revert quickly?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
because
just started. That's
Yeah,
fine.
what happened?
what happened is I clicked a button, it didn't spend my Imperium, but it got rid of the ability to get 1,000 mana.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that'd be neat if you could.
That would be really
Host
annoying.
would be Garacian, I think.
I thought it was... Oh yeah, you're right, it is Garacian.
Grayson, do you mind
Yeah.
just... Yeah, thank you. Just somebody else was doing something at the same time, so it had an issue. I'll be more patient this time.
Why not?
Because I was going to use that mana.
I imagine you were. That's a really good one.
It's not bad, yeah. Especially if you've been using all of your mana the entire game. Like... Alright. Button. I'm clicking you now. There, I got it this time.
Dope.
Maybe it was someone was doing something else at the same time. I don't know. I'm just guessing at that point what the various bugs are.
Yeah.
We may never know.
I think it was. Alright.
Alright, so, then the query goes out. Who wants to fight next, and when?
I need a turn.
You need a turn?
I need a turn. Yeah. I can't
about
get
you,
all my
Godsend?
guys out of the water this turn anyways, and there's another thing I'm waiting on.
I mean, you've got... Looks like Godsend, you've got your full 3 there, right?
I should be able to siege you at this point.
Do you want to just fight in that quarry west of my capital? I think I can do it this turn. I just need to put my stacks together in the right order.
Why are you suggesting the quarry?
Because it's closer to you. Do you have a frost thing that I don't know about?
Oh, I that would be extraordinary if I was that far along.
If you're a cop, you have to tell me.
That's a law.
I don't have anything of that sort, but I'm seeing what else I can do real quick. I do have
Awning
Blizzard.
shield.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, that's the mass rejuve there. Hopefully this mass rejuve is enough to make this not, like, really irresponsible for that spell shield, but... you know, I want to keep this game going. All right, cool. I think I'm in good shape here. Actually, wait 1 second. Let me take this spell shield out. This thing is way too damaged to get in this.
And I definitely should have taken experienced leader and just like.
Yeah. That would have been
I
pretty
didn't
good.
though.
All right.
I didn't want to reset. And
Yeah.
lazy.
Yeah. It's legit. All right, you ready for casting Godsend?
Not quite. Give me a second.
Good for 163 HP Phantasm Warriors over here.
I've picked up several angelized skeletons this turn.
Nice.
Just really funny. So I've got goat angel skeletons working for
Yeah.
Arthas.
How
As it
does he
intended.
have 163 HP Phantasm Warriors?
Me?
Wait,
Yeah.
163?
That seems bugged.
Hold up, what?
You can't do that.
Because
Wait.
it's elite rank, so it's 3 base plus 60. It might have gotten bugged because because they changed the base HP for Phantasm Warriors, right? They subtracted 10. But like this is not correct. I don't see how that's
3, 4, 5. So you get 50 HP just from ranking up right here, right?
right. But they're supposed to be base, so they're base
they're
60.
elite. They're not even.
They're not
yeah,
even.
There's plus 30.
They need to
Base
show
HP
us.
might have been where it started, and I do have Hardy as one of
Yeah,
the
so base
traits.
HP now is 60, or at least it's supposed to be as of the 1.3.
I don't think it would have updated because we started the game before that. I don't think the
No,
HP would have updated.
it does.
Yeah, the best you
updates
could
it
have is
in-game. It might have just
118
updated
health.
it might have updated it bugged, because like it does update it in patch because they pushed out the 1.3, and I think this
Yeah.
might be why they want people to start a new one, because this is definitely not correct, right?
It must be, yeah, because 118 should be your maximum with your traits, and even
With
if you
your
had like
traits.
draconic transformation, we'd still be looking at like 12 extra health. Like there's no way. It's like
I need
That's
to- I
there's
wanna-
something wrong there.
it's got like 40 more health than should be even maximally possible.
I know
Yeah.
Cody's talked about this recently. You could go figure out what he said about Phantasm Warriors and their HP and their limits, but that does seem like a touch
That's-
They
higher.
tried to
That's
nerf Phantasm
bugged.
Warriors.
That's-
They've only
there's
made them
no way
stronger.
that's not bugged, but that's okay. There's only 4 of them here.
I can't wait for them to patch it to fix it and then go up to like 250 health.
Yeah, there's 4 of them here.
We're sorry,
I'm willing
guys.
to still
We
fight
can't
this.
do anything.
Godsend, you can, yeah, you got this.
Well, alright, I casted the Blizzard.
Cool. Let me see. All right. Well,
thing is,
given
if
that these
they're
are
frozen,
140
they can't do
HP, I
anything.
do have to hit them with this. Oh, he moved the stack around.
I didn't move anything.
No,
Oh, I just missed.
So.
You just missed.
I just missed. All right. Whatever. This is fine.
They all
Who is
say.
higher? Oh, you're higher. You have to attack. I did that on purpose so that you would have to be on the attack. Ah.
This is brilliant.
Yep. They'll never see it coming.
Wait, is this actually 15 against 12? 15,000?
Uh,
Wait
I've
a
only
second.
been-
Why is it? Oh, it's
There's
because the
just-
stack is inside. 1 second. It wasn't reinforcing out because it was inside the city. That should be enough. Yeah, that's good.
You guys have moved to the edge of my vision. I can see the 6 stack with Leander, the Bolt, and the Mystic Projection, and that's it. Everything else is now in Fog of War.
Yeah.
It's unknown, and yet known.
I mean,
All right,
regardless,
so we're gonna take again a couple of
like,
turns
I-
to just kind of like
just looking
move
at the
around
hero
and get
levels,
some
I did not move up
mass
this, so
rejuvenation
my
down
math
because we
will be better
desperately
the
need to
next
get
time.
some healing down on these blizzarded boys. But other than that, I don't think it's gonna be too rough.
You know,
So where's
Part of me wants us to do
Here's
an
our
auto
spell
at the end
shield.
of this.
there's our soother.
you know, we play enough. I will accidentally do it. I can guarantee you.
Right around there is what it looks like.
Here's Hecka beat up, and he'll probably get himself killed really quickly in the combat.
So
I
that
think I
one's gonna
gave
stay
him a
right
really
there.
dumb ability, but at the same time,
And
it might be
there.
good if I can use it at the right time.
Okay.
And I reset out of all the guys I
Looks
reset. I
alright.
think I reset him earlier, so I can't reset him now easily.
Just gonna do the same thing that we did last combat, where we're just gonna try to stack up as much bolstered resistance and defense as quickly as we can, and then send our most
I'll be right back.
important
I'm gonna
units in.
go to the bathroom.
I think this is a good spot for us, though. Wait a second, that's better. Yeah,
Alright, WinSlaya. Regardless of how this ends, can you be persuaded to go after Walker and not me?
I don't think you have to persuade him. I think that was his plan all along.
I mean, yeah, I was going to try and attack into Walker, but I will take whatever fight is, I think, like whoever wins
Left over to you, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if you
Walker
feel
is
like
on the
it's
soothing breeze,
you're,
honestly.
if both
Yeah, that's
forces
fine.
are so depleted that it doesn't make sense for me to attack, like we could save it for another day.
Yeah,
I know Walker's
I'm
going
not
away.
leaving. I'm not leaving until I think Friday night. At this point, so if there's any time during the week and we want to have another fight and we don't have time to do a third today, then I'm potentially open to that.
Yeah, because this will take a minute, I'm sure. And I'm looking at the
Yeah.
time, thinking, you know, it's only been
I would love
what,
to
2
do a third
hours
fight,
-ish?
but
Yeah,
we'll see
but
how long
yeah,
it takes. Yeah.
exactly. So part of me is like, let's just auto it. We can do it.
I
Do
mean,
it.
I still think a fun one-off thing would be an auto-only game, but I might be the only person who's genuinely interested in that.
Yeah, I know. We it's like you and me are like, that just sounds so
That
fun.
it would be fun. It would be fun. It's
I
dumb,
would-
but it'd be fun.
Take it seriously, but it would be a good exercise in, like, you know, learning
Yeah.
what things work in auto.
Yeah, exactly.
And then seeing how badly the AI flubs it at the end game. That's what I think most people would be upset about, is that they would have these fun tools and the AI would have no idea how to use them.
I think the reason, so even like the reason that auto resolving is so adverse.
You know what, I'm just gonna leave these guys here because
the
we can
player
actually
base,
bring
it's
everybody
probably
in.
because even if you do get a handle on what units are good in auto and whatnot, something completely random can happen that you just didn't expect.
Yes, the AI can still misbehave grossly, even if you do your best to help it. It's just that, like, it rarely does it if you do your best to help it. And that's where I think a lot of people just, like, don't bother to watch enough auto resolves. They see a bad result and immediately click retry, and that's okay. It's just that you won't learn how to prevent that problem from emerging next time. And that's why I think that most people should stop doing that if they have the time to actually watch the fight, so that way you learn, you know, what's going wrong here. Because you do occasionally watch a fight and you'll just, like, see a hero run off into the distance and then die to, like, 6 units, and then there's, like, nothing you can learn from that. But I would say, like, 90% of the time when your auto-resolve is misbehaving, it's something that you can actually affect back end.
So, I don't know if you remember, like, when we first started this match, I said, like, there was something in my autos that completely unexpected happened, and you went, uh-oh, I know what that means. What had happened there is I lost my starting support unit.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
that's
like
really
in the
rough.
first combat.
Yep.
The first combat. What was it doing?
Well, anytime you watch those fights, like, there's a non-zero chance that the AI just decided to use the support unit as an attacker. And if you know anything about, like, the ranged AI, that means that the support unit probably got, like, 2 squares away from a shock unit, shot it once, and then got beaten to death. Because that's like the way that those fights usually go. And it makes it, like, using and leveling your support unit in the beginning of the game is actually pretty complicated. I think there are some builds where it makes sense to not bring your support unit into your very first fight, because there's nothing for them to heal. And, like, one of the best things about the support unit is their ability to target things to heal, even under auto-resolve situations, because AI loves using healings. And so, depending on what your first fight is like, I think you can definitely justify not bringing the support there. And then that gives you the opportunity for your hero to get to level 2. And having a level 2 ruler running around means that, you know, the threat to your support is naturally going to be a little bit lower, because you're just going to have a better army overall with a level 2 hero running around.
It's actually a valid. I usually sit a unit out to try and get my hero to level 2, but I don't usually sit out the support unit on account of wanting the support unit to get experience. But
Yes.
I didn't even consider the fact that, like, just because without wounded units, the auto resolve is going to behave.
Like, I think with
Your way.
stronger factions like Industrious and Barbarians and whatnot, that you really should not try to do fancy play like that, and you should bring your support unit. But with builds that have worse auto resolves early, then I think you actually have to be more complicated and thinking more about what your auto resolves look like. Like I did practice a little bit with Dark, and I kind of feel like Dark might be a 5-unit auto resolve faction now, because you just lose way too much in trying to bring fours into like resource nodes because of how crazy fragile Dark Warriors are. But because all the like tier 1 and tier 2 units actually hold experience points better, you don't lose as much from bringing a 5th. So it's complicated.
Yeah, Dark is really weird like that. Like I played a lot of Dark early on, and I found myself liking like society traits like ritual cannibals, just because then the throwaway units would actually turn into something useful. But Dark is...
Their auto resolves are just miserable, but you can do a little bit to fix them up. And that is one of the things that you can do, is bring extra units into fights that you wouldn't normally.
I can't wait to see this chaos.
I'm just gonna position this Astral Wisp here. I don't really care. If he wants to kill that one dude, it's more than welcome to. And I think we are gonna go ahead and do the Master
Range 6. Level 8. Oh no, he's level 8.
Spell shield.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Down.
One of the downsides of Garacian going first. See, I should have blizzarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It might have been pretty good. It might have been pretty good.
Walker, no.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm fighting against 150 HP like Phantasm Warriors. I think this is fair.
You're right, it is fair. But also, you've got the tomes.
I did it.
Need to look at what tomes you have, because eventually I'm probably having to fight this.
Oh, you know what? Might also be... No, that doesn't make sense. I do run support heroes too. That might be contributing to the stats as well.
Yeah, support heroes... I mean, the thing is that Restore is amazing in manual combats, but it is very problematic in auto resolves, and I think it's one of those things where, like, generally I would only recommend it if you're bringing something that already has relatively good autos early on. Otherwise, I would just reset into it. It's not very costly unless your builds tomes assume that you have to do like a reset. Then like you just get one for free, right? You can just get to level 4, level 5, and then reset into support skills.
I don't have it yet. I'm see WinSlaya looking. I don't have it yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have like the tools to actually boost your HP up with the levels and stuff here.
I'm just gonna pass on this, right?
I do like
he's not close enough to really
in
do
general, but I almost feel like
here.
they're necessary for Mystic Summoners because you get 2 master support skills. And it's to keep evolved units like the evolved units alive and what have you.
Yeah,
you just kind of push into doing it.
The support skills are very good. It's just that Restore itself is very rough for auto resolves unless you're intentionally carrying some damaged units around for the AI to target, which, you know, you can just do that. Like that's a solution that does work. But you do have to kind of do that. Otherwise your auto resolves are going to be a mess.
Am I missing something? Where's your Chaos Pulse?
I'm not Chaos Pulsing this turn. I don't need it.
Oh, it's on the scroll bars. Like it's just not here. Did you reset out of Chaos Pulse?
Yeah, somehow I reset out of Chaos Pulse. They'll never see it coming.
Oh my god.
After telling people how bad all the other ones are, I'm gonna trick them all.
Yeah. It'll work. No one will see it coming. Well, I'll have
actually, I'm just gonna hold on to that
builds.
Renew until next turn. And actually, probably should have kept that Storm Spirit 1 tile closer, so that way it would be inside the warding shield. Because there's a very good chance that we're gonna get fulminated here. But
even though I
if
lost
he fulminates us, we have
your guys'
we have
overall strength,
renew.
which I think 1500. Actually, I can see it.
Yeah, it was like basically the exact same numbers.
Yeah.
Although I think that was not assuming that my guys were damaged, and now some of them are healed. I don't know how much that's going to impact that, or why it's not updating it.
I think I was able to get up to like the same numbers as you guys here, which is pretty neat. And like there are good recovery tools in this game.
There really are. Like, as long as your economy exists in some form because you've built out some cities, then bouncing back from losing a bunch of units. As long as you're still doing research, doesn't matter, right? Like, you're gonna get better units pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so he did get a stun off specifically on the spell shield rather than on the storm spirit. All right, now he's got 2 units here for us to potentially clear with anti-magic tincture, and I think that's enough. So let's see
Just
where the
teleport
rest
them
of
in
these
and
units
not get
go.
shot, and then just get
But
killed by a
I'm
bunch of
assuming we're gonna
spears,
pick
'cause, like,
that
they're
spell
everywhere.
shield,
Like,
activate
literally.
some big dissonance.
At least they take
Everyone.
20% less damage, which means spearmen are only 20% more effective. Got him.
Warrior. God. 143
damage
HP
adds up.
Phantasm Warriors.
Yeah, no, of course of course.
Jesus Christ.
At least tier 3 shocks usually have a lot of defense, so you know it might. This is their time. This is their time.
Right.
It's not like there aren't a bunch of book learning nerds in the back slinging
Yeah.
fake arrows made out of energy.
Yeah.
All right. So
No.
if they're the nerds, who are the jocks? Is that barbarian?
Feudal.
Me, I'm the
Feudal, yeah.
jock. Arthas.
Oh.
I'm the
Yes,
Chad.
100%.
I am your alpha. These book learning nerds are my betas.
So it did cross my mind, and I think this is actually going to be a really fun experimentation just for myself for YouTube, that the one stream where we did get demonetized was also, and I don't care if we get this one here too, it was the one where we discussed the Lindsay Ellis video with the alpha
With the
stuff.
Alpha Omega verse.
The Alpha Omega verse. It was literally that video.
Interesting. What the heck?
There's a non-zero chance that they have some kind of filter and they found it.
Is this for science?
It is.
How
it is.
dare
It's
they
for
discriminate
science.
against white middle-aged women?
I mean, like, if that's what they're doing, if they're like going through and saying this person talked about this video on YouTube, because it got remonetized later. It got remonetized like a week and a half later, and that sounds like either somebody was submitting a false report or that like the AI just like picked up on something weird. But like, given the behaviors of that publishing house towards Lindsay and everything else, is it possible?
Strange.
Am I crazy?
Those things can be independent.
They can be independent. Both of those things can be true, Walker.
Oh, is he gonna get it?
No, don't do this to me. Get out of here with your Staff of Frost. I swear to God.
You're the only one that's allowed to stun things, huh?
Yeah. I called dibs.
Oh man, this is good Chaos Pulse.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
scared.
some good clumps here. There's some good stuff going to town on.
Oh, so close.
But I gotta remember that this anti-magic tincture is gonna come down
this is
last,
totally
or
bad on me.
you know, mostly
Well,
last, because we do want to
it's
hit
how
a
you
bunch
learn
of dissonance
sometimes
down
how,
first.
how you, but maybe you'll get healed. You never know what Chaos Pulse will do. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's chaos.
guaranteeing at least one of them will be insane. Just because like
There's too many units there.
there's yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna hit something, probably, almost certainly. I
Oh,
think
you
the
should've
bigger
saved that
question
one.
for me is, do I want to hit the this tier 3 snow spirit, because that only gives me 5 units, or do I want to hit the 6 because of all those tier 1s? Because if it hit, the thing is that if it hits his arcane guard, that is like right behind the snow spirit, it's already dealing 33 damage with a triple melee strike. So I guess it doesn't really matter if I hit 5 or 6, because I think they're in good positions to get blasted anyway. Right.
Time to misclick. Come on, it's time.
No.
Yes, press Alt.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna distribute our tonic. No, I'm gonna keep the
My
tonic.
hope was obviously to try and
I'm gonna hold it.
push the Frost Spirit right next to the Eldritch Summon, so you could.
So what did we hit?
Chaos Pulse, but
Oh,
None of them
dope.
are
We
insane.
turned.
You did
Nope,
it.
none of them are
Oh my
insane, but
The electrified triggers at the end of the
Yeah.
turn, dude. That was like grand. No, you did it. Godsend. you were saying something. You were hoping for something.
He's
and
a
it worked, right?
godsend.
Turn a frost spirit into a spider?
Yes.
Oh, wait, never mind.
And the
That is
spider is
bad.
gonna. Yeah, that exactly. Like I got the tier 3.
Whoa. I mean, I'd take that over a few insanities to be fair. If that unit's dead,
So
at least it's
that's
not hurting,
dead
you know.
to
In the long term, sure, because I can
dissonance
replace
there.
frost spirits easy enough, but I kind of needed that for this fight.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah, you used this jump forward at least, so he got that off.
So we'll do this. We'll just hit a
Unfortunately,
bunch
no
of stuff, and then I
frost, I
think
saw.
this
That made me sad.
this is fine
Yeah,
for
I don't know, man.
blasting
You-
our
you
dude,
avoided the
but that's
insanity.
just gonna kill us with
My
dissonance
hope
after.
was to jump it onto the Eldritch Sovereign, so that way,
Here?
but I wasn't close enough. Was so that way he at least had to phase in order to Chaos Pulse. But
The spider's a different color for me. I don't know about the other spectator, but it's like the blue and greenish or yellowish or whatever
We
color
don't
that
have
is on the spider. I think is red. I could be wrong. I'm also colorblind.
that's
Trying to
just
see
That-
this
wear off.
right now.
Vampire should be red. It's a vampire.
No, I
So-
mean the banner. The banner.
Oh, it's red to me.
Yeah, and the rest of them I don't think are red. I think it's its own color scheme.
There he is.
Could be wrong. Chat, tell me.
The transformations are permanent, correct? Like
No,
turning it into a
it's
random
one
animal.
turn. I gotta kill it this turn.
Yep.
Hey,
I-
is there
I
any
will.
way to tell that it's been transformed other than like knowing what happened? Because I don't.
As far as I can tell, no.
No.
Because I have on multiple occasions made that same mistake, like forgetting that that's
confusing.
actually an.
I'm like
that's not
looking
an animal,
everywhere
that's
for
something
like
else. Yeah.
something
It's
that would tell
weird.
me it used to be something else.
It didn't tell me. I only knew when he started hitting it, and I'm like, where did that spider come from? And then I
Yep.
realized what it
And then
was.
you realized,
Do all spiders have this spider tag? I don't remember seeing this.
Yeah,
tag
I was
at
just
the
looking at
top.
that too.
We should
Maybe
do
they're-
something with
Maybe
it.
they're planning something.
yeah, let's
That's interesting. Now I have to look at spiders in the in-game encyclopedia when we're done with this. Cause like I look it
Yeah.
up in the
It's gonna be-
database, it could be.
send
Yeah.
the spell shield into.
It's gonna be
try
like
to
Planetfall's Void Incursion, but instead it's just spiders.
blast those guys,
Yes.
Or do I want
I'll just give up. Be like, no, I'd rather die, please.
They're gonna
Hundreds
put
of
the bug back
thousands
in
of
where they
man-sized
do.
spiders coming through the portal.
They should make it so there's variants that do the double damage web.
Can
Yeah,
you
do 2 extra.
What
Oh,
if
I
the-
missed the good old days. Range 4 AoE double damage web. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, good old days.
What if spiders just had like a morale, like damage morale aura?
Oh yeah, Fear Aura. Yeah.
Love
Honestly, the big one, the matriarch should probably have that. The tier
Okay
4s.
with
That
this,
would be a really
actually.
funny little buff.
Even if we're missing out on a little bit of damage
It
here,
only
just
affects
getting those extra
non-spiders. That would be so
I
fun.
think is worth it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll go here. Yep. And freeze, baby.
it. Oh,
Freeze, baby, freeze.
of course you get the frozens.
Yep.
You're not the
Okay,
guy
so
that
those
cast
two are
the blizzard.
down.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do
Did
go back
you
and forth
come
between
back?
should I use athletics or hideous stench with this build, but I just can't.
Hideous Stench is too expensive at 3. At 2,
Yeah.
It's much better. But at 3, it's just like damage skills generally are not where you want to be most of the time. Empowered by Magic is, I think, an exception. That one's really good. But like most of the time, you're not going to be on a lot of like big damage skills. And if you are, then just take Empowered by Magic. It's incredible how good that one is.
Oh no, it's more for reliability of frozen than
Yeah.
damage. But-
If you're just getting -2 status resistance out of Hideous Stench, then it definitely does not justify itself.
Man, this
Especially
is,
for like auto resolves early, it's just way too much.
And I like the idea of spell shields with -2 status resistance. But it's besides the point. Like athletics is just too
Good.
good to pass up because
Athletics is
You just-
incredible. It's just
yeah.
incredible, yeah.
it affects auto resolves. It affects how much creeping you can do early on. It's just
The biggest
I can't
downside,
do
which
it.
is a real one, is, you know, the 3-point cost, but I think that one does justify itself pretty easily.
Oh my god, I love that you said creeping. That's so funny.
yeah.
That's what I say. You don't call it creeping?
I kind of do. And and like I would be playing like League with my friends and stuff, and I'd be talking about creeps and my creep score or whatever, and they'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
It just shows our age as gamers.
All right, this guy's dead if we
I
just
mean,
kill it with
they're
this.
not like
and then
they're only
cast
like a tiny bit younger than me.
tincture
It's just
here.
more like they just weren't in that scene at all, you know, which is
Right.
fine. It's just a, yeah.
Why couldn't you have just forgotten about the spider?
I didn't forget about it. I was just trying to stack it up because dissonance is a weird one.
No, you had to kill some units.
Dissonance is such a weird ability. It's crazy.
WinSlaya will get this. This is another one of those times where I had something that I thought I should do. It felt bad. I didn't do it, and then I realized that I made a mistake. Do you recall
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you wanted to mark, what was it? It was a unit. But you
It was
did
Frostbeard.
dragon?
No, I have a tendency to I jump my frost spirits in, and then I they're full
Yes.
health, and I'm like I shouldn't mark. It
Yeah,
feels
they'll be
bad,
alright.
but I should mark.
No, yeah. That if you had it, actually, you're right. You should have done that. Wait, oh no. But wait, if he's invulnerable, he can still transform and then be vulnerable, probably.
But he
I
wouldn't
don't know how that
die.
works.
I don't know.
Actually, if he's still invulnerable after transforming, would have been worth it.
Yeah, I think I don't know. That is tough because like how you approach that particular fight. If you're jumping it in that aggressively, I do think you mark it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to jump in that aggressively.
It's something that I always end up doing.
Yeah.
I've just conceded that that's the way I play, and I should mark. It's almost
Yes,
always the
if you're
correct
gonna
answer.
do that, if you know
Yeah.
you're gonna do that, then I think you're right. Then marking there preemptively is definitely worth it.
My brain doing the math goes, it's not worth it. I'm full health. It's not enough value. But every time the correct answer is I should have marked.
Yeah, Mark of Invulnerability is a very, very powerful ability, and so just being able to leverage it is almost always good.
All right, so I think we've all decided that Walker's probably winning this, right?
I mean, probably,
take him
but
out.
honestly, I thought I was gonna beat Zombie yesterday, and then, like, I think really where it went wrong for me is that I watched it back, and I missed a fortune buff on my dragon before using the tail swipe on his triple magma spirits, and I really, really messed it up there, because that would have given me enough oomph to kill all of those magma spirits in that turn, and then he wouldn't have been able to just, like, obliterate my dragon with his, just base attacks off of those
Alright.
the mighty meek slaughterers.
I messed up.
You
Yeah.
attacked without strength. It's happened. It happened.
That
No,
happens.
I tried it. No, I tried to cast my vulnerability, and it was static.
And you cast Static Shield! Oh no!
Wait,
yeah,
oops.
whoops.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's
No,
unfortunate.
that would have been a
but-
kill, and yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what got
Static
the static
shield.
shield? This guy down here?
So you should be able to check combat logs for it.
The Phantasm Warrior, the one that's frozen. I was trying to
Ooh,
dispel
yeah.
frozen so I could kill his spell shield.
That's
it's rough.
not good. I'm sorry. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not really a revert in combat. It's just the way it is. Static Shield is also one of those spells that just, like, I would generally avoid researching it if you're playing with warding. Not because you can make misclicks, but because it's another one of those spells that, like, the auto-resolve does not use.
Worth more
and-
Astarothos.
Yeah, like if you're just researching it just to get through tomes really quickly, then that's fine. Like especially like later on into the game, because then you'll have these tier 1 things that still only cost like 250 research. You get through to your next thing faster. But like early on, Static Shield is generally worth just spending mana to avoid.
Yeah, I was so disappointed when I tried it the first time in this game.
Oh,
I'm like,
It's
wait,
not good.
everyone just
Shouldn't do that
avoids
for-
hitting it.
They just don't
wait.
hit you. Like the auto resolve AI even on the other side understands the buff and just won't touch your dude, and then it's just a spell that costs a bunch of casting points and doesn't do anything.
Ah, you got him. Yes.
Okay.
Look at this big pile of meat all together in the middle here.
Yeah.
You've even formed roughly the
AoEs.
shape of a steak. Actually, you've formed roughly the shape of a fish. Anyway, if you want to hire me for my color commentary, just let me know. I'm available pretty much all the time.
I mean, you're here, aren't you?
Oh, is somebody paying me?
Garacian is a figment of our imagination collectively. We
I knew
willed
it.
him into being. Congratulations,
Thanks.
everyone. Good job.
Yeah, I'm like the Slanesh god, except instead of effing me into existence, you goofed me into existence. Here I am.
Perfection.
Oh, no.
Streaming? Should I? Add,
Gorge!
thing?
No! Stop hitting me with your stuff. Actually, this is the important spell shield. We need to keep this one alive, so it genuinely might be correct to, once this flank is collapsed, pull this one back. Because if we're gonna have a third fight against WinSlaya, it's
Imagine being a
probably
tier
not
1
going to be
unit,
today.
and each of the 3 models in your stack each has 50 health.
But if we are gonna have a third fight,
Oh, they're
if
frozen.
we're gonna be fighting against WinSlaya, we're gonna need.
Yes! You didn't need me to kill that unit all
versus
along.
the shield unit she told you not to worry about.
I wonder if we can just keep that one alive, because we do have the soothing coming back next turn. No, that one coming back next turn. That one coming back next turn.
Frozy.
And then this is our resistance boy.
That's the bravest arcane
6
guard I've
HP 's
ever
probably
seen.
not enough,
He's
but we'll
actively
see.
dying from electricity. He's just
Yeah.
all by himself, stabbing a frozen man.
Yeah, I messed this up pretty bad.
You know, it's how these combats go sometimes. I felt pretty bad with my combat against Badok, but it's just like, he played really well, and he put me in a weird position.
Gotta reload.
Yeah, it just out of synced. Yeah, it's just not worth the casting. Like, static shield is not
Alright, Walker, auto-battle me.
auto battle
water.
you in the water. Oh.
I need, I think, one more turn, and then my enchantment is up. Then
Okay.
I could come out of the water if you wanted to fight on land.
But no, legitimately,
Yeah, it's-
Grayson, are you streaming?
Yes. Why?
Because I open these streams off to the side just so I'm present in the stream. Like, I'm not listening, but just so I'm present in everyone's streams while we're doing these games.
Yes. But wait, why do you ask if I'm streaming? Oh, you're not.
Did
You're
you not
not in
find him?
mine, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wants to find your YouTube thing, I think.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I can link it if you.
Yeah, yeah, you can always do that, and in Age of Wonders 4 when you're doing stuff. I don't mind.
Well, I turned the sound off because otherwise it's cheating.
Yeah. No, I agree.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, here, I'll put it in multiplayer.
Speeding through.
Yeah, I would
that
definitely do
Godsend
that for
turn
you
back to
guys
ours.
too.
Come on,
My computer, my internet rather, does not
Yes.
like if I have too many things uploading and downloading at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I don't think it's necessary for other people.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it, but I
is fun.
can't do it.
It's
'cause,
always
Discord
nice.
sucks up enough of my internet as it is. Plus now I'm streaming, and but yeah, so it's. What?
No, it's out of sync again. Is it gonna out of sync on every single attack?
This combat is stuck in the void. We have to start over.
Yeah, what's happening
Yeah.
here?
It just out of synced me again on my first attack with my Astral Wisp.
That's
Let's
so
see.
interesting.
It finally decided to calculate the HP of these Phantasm Warriors.
Oh god, if it did, it's gonna do that after every single
Every out
action.
of sync, it lowers it by 10 until it fixes it.
No, it adds 100 every.
Only
every
6 more out of syncs to go.
Alright, so that one
Oh,
is
man.
up and that one's not.
What's
So this
gonna
one is
happen on
our
this turn?
resistance.
So, Miracle,
we're
whose
just
brain
blasting
are you
somebody.
holding? Is that your own brain or like?
No, it's one I
your-
found on the road. This is just like some weird relic that I picked up.
So it's like a
I don't-
possum's
Yeah, it's
brain.
somebody's brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
A possum's
Like an
brain.
enlarged possum brain.
That was my
No
nickname in high
thoughts,
school.
only trash.
That was 1000% my nickname in high school.
No thoughts, only brain, or possum brain, or
Yeah. Just
no
whatever.
thoughts, only
It do-
trash. Okay,
No thoughts,
you don't
only
remember.
trash.
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
It doesn't. Yeah, no thoughts, only trash.
Good name.
That's definitely Pico's nickname, like right now.
My nickname in high school was Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the Phoenix Legions of the North, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my revenge.
Yeah. Good name.
Yeah, and then
You got through all that in one sitting, huh?
Russell Crowe stole it.
Yeah. Disrespectful. So can we actually save that?
You know,
that
you
spell
have
shield?
picked up
Do I
2
even need
units.
to? Do I care? I don't think
Or
I
is it
care
1?
about that
No, I thought I saw 2.
Thanks.
Damage to the splatter.
Morale's never been so high.
No, I messed up in a pretty big way. It's
It
all
ain't
good.
over.
But I'm here to
You
learn.
still got power. You know, kill some stuff. Remember, he's at his capital. Every loss he takes is much more dramatic for him.
Adds 2 levels to the Eldritch Sovereign.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Okay, but eventually it'll just
Awesome.
be the Eldritch Sovereign and 50 billion pikemen. Stab him down.
Eventually, we'll get him. Just keep sending tier 1 units.
Yeah, we'll just hit 3 here. Then that one's dead to dissonance. And now... Ooh, what are we going to cast as our dissonance spell? I guess it's going to be Fulmination.
If I remember correctly, you had like 4 or 5 spare units just floating around here anyways, so as long as
Yeah, I
it's
got a
just tier
couple,
1s, you
and I
lose.
haven't clicked right of the last stand yet, so I can get 6 more, like literally this turn, if I need them.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. You need a better thing to heal there, friend. So that's 2 onto that. That's 2 onto that. These Phantasm Warriors are disgusting. Jesus Christ.
There's
150
so many
HP.
units you can attack with the positioning. I know it looks
Yeah.
pretty grim, but I do think you can pick off a fair few more things before the match is done.
The fact that they're 150 HP Phantasm Warriors is going to make them way more likely.
Well, they need morale still, right?
They
Oh,
do.
they have
if
lots
I can,
of morale though.
But they exactly. He's playing
Summoner.
summoners. Like I'm not gonna morale route those guys. It's just impossible. I have to kill them, whether I want to or not.
Yeah, if I was gonna win this, I needed the Frost Spirit, but it's all like I can try and soften them up for you.
Yeah. Use up his
Still
mana.
add a bunch
I
of
don't know how much
dissonance
mana
stacks
he's
to
got.
this.
He may have the 1,000.
I
Actually,
did.
yeah, he
I got
probably-
the
yeah.
1,000. Yeah, so I have
No.
I have mana solved, but I mean it'll be if he can kill enough of my dudes, then I will have just some low tier crap that I got out of rights, which is an 18th unit, but not a good one.
Oh yeah, kill off his tier 2 units if you can. You can't get that through that.
Yes,
Every
that is
tier
accurate.
two
You
unit you
cannot get
kill.
tier 2s off of that. Yep.
So valuable.
Okay, I guess we'll do you. Are you at... No, you're at 3 dissonance stacks now. And you are at 3 dissonance stacks, so you can go forward. And do double here. And do double here. Or triple there. Okay,
Is it
and
only
now...
the melee units that have dissonance?
No, it's the range ones too.
Kind of like a big part of their thing, right?
Yeah. It's just it's weird because like you have to do all of your attacks kind of like most of your attacks
Before you
first,
spell.
and then
Yeah.
you blast them at like towards the end with your spell, which is another one of those things that's like just strange play patterns, but not incomprehensibly so. Actually, this looks risky, but I think it's gonna be fine. We're gonna do a tonic.
Ooh. But
We're gonna
why? Oh, that's why.
Big ol' heal on you.
You did not get the frozen.
Good.
Oh, he can't target himself for the, Wait. It won't let me
Are you in
target
zone of control?
units in
You're
a
in
no
zone
no
of
no.
control?
It's outside of his zone of control ability, so I can use it, but it won't let me target on my own hex, despite the fact that it doesn't say that. It's a 1 hex radius, heals 25 temporary HP, but like it literally won't let me target on the center hex, even when I'm holding down
look at
Alt.
that.
That looks like
I can see that
just
myself.
a straight bug.
You're gonna get his hero, dude. You're gonna do it.
It just
This
looks
is
like
good.
a straight bug there. That's ludicrous, but whatever. It'll be fine. Okay, so now let's
Actually,
do.
wait, are you gonna get the hero? Why is that so low damage? Hold up. Meet the lightning.
Oh, whoa,
That
whoa,
was just
stop!
absurd.
What the heck?
What did I just witness?
I just cast a spell
it's-
when I was playing as potential. That's what
Oh.
you just saw.
Uh-oh. Did it hit for how much damage? I need to look at this.
Oh, a little too much.
A lot. Some amount over 0.
I see 23 on this Phantasm Warrior. Did it hit it once or did it hit it twice? Because they're surprisingly low. These guys needed the HP, it looks like.
Yeah, you definitely needed it. I think we can still get that one pretty close to being dead here. And then I guess we'll just go around the side here and freeze. Yeah, I'm okay
Walker,
with that.
did you do all this without a tier 3?
Probably.
You monster. I love it.
Oh, you don't need them. Like, potential has spells. That's kind of like a tier 3.
You also
Yeah,
have high-level heroes.
Yeah, that's really important, honestly.
I kinda wish I'd gone for less of these tier 3s and more of what you're doing here, because I like it.
Yeah, summoning is not good. It's fine, but it's rush only. Like that's where it's best. Is like a 4-player or smaller, just kill people really quickly with the evolution things before the other ones scale out of control. And then like attunement is just amazing across the board, and then potential is like mostly only good in the late game. But I mean, as demonstrated here, like you can make things work with potential early on. It's just complicated. I don't think that our hero is gonna die this turn. I think we're going to be able to fight around it and keep him alive, but it is unfortunate that we were not able to get the full renew there, but it is what it is.
Oh,
Hey, morale knocked back down. Some of those.
So I assume he's trying to push through this side. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Now I assume he's looking for ways to kill Ruler. No, he's healing with his Soother. That actually is genuinely correct,
you
I
did
think.
more damage on this.
Yes, a
Ways to
5% increase in their maximum
Healing him
health.
up. Yep.
Now you could take the retaliation off of that spearman so that this shield guy can actually try. No, I don't know. That's probably not worth it. I don't know what I would do here. I guess as long as, yeah, you're denying a lot of full
attack.
action stuff on the heroes, like unit stays there.
That's in ZOC, but this is, I think, the thing that they're forgetting about is that the 28 lightning damage, lightning rebuke is going to just toss the Phantasm Warriors around
Wow,
if they
nice.
just
Damn,
stand there.
that's a lot of damage.
Seriously.
Yeah.
The
Holy
strength
cow.
stacks up pretty quickly. Like
Oh, 5 stacks. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
no,
on
I
5
see.
strengthen.
I didn't
for
realize
most
he
of
was
the fight.
5
That is the
strengthen.
best thing about summoning. Their damage output is nice.
why I really like the support cryo setup for summoning, because you can try and stall out the early, like if you play right, which I did not here, mind you, you can try and stall out the early rounds of combat until
And
your
then
damage just kind of.
Yeah. You're right. If you can just like float it 5 strengthened for most of the fight without having to invest like any other resources other than casting spells, that is what makes like rush summoning work so well. Is that you can just cast like other things and then just get to strengthen 5 on everyone, and hopefully keep them alive by rotating them in and out and taking a little bit of damage here and there, and then heals here and there. But like, I think you kind of have to do that, because if you're not, then like the raw damage of attunement is just like so unbelievably strong that you're missing out on a lot.
Walker, I really like
just
your color
amazing.
scheme. Your Tigran spell shields look so cool with like the red on the
Yeah.
dark horse and then the blue. Like they're flashy, like they stand
Yeah.
out, which is kind of fun because like if they're supposed to be the tanky, taunty units, then that works. Like everyone's like paying attention to them.
Yeah, I think they're fun. I think the art direction for Age of Wonders 4 is just like amazing across the board. But I do think that a big part of that is like all of the different cultures have really cool ways to show off different color schemes.
Yeah.
Stop killing that. I need it. No, I'm
Good.
allergic.
Yes. Unless tier 2.
And that was even
yes.
that was not even just a regular tier 2. That was a tier 2 with a silver medal.
Oh yeah. You did
That was
it.
a good one. He didn't get my champion, but he got my second best spell shield, I think.
I'm awake now. I don't too little, too
Yeah.
late, but I'm awake.
Yeah. I mean, you're still gonna do a lot of damage here because you've got what is this, tier 3? No, it's a tier 1 weapon on Striking Blightbringer, but it still is dealing the damage of like a tier 2.5 thing because of the Star Blades. It's a lot of damage on your hero.
This Anvil Guard with 7 HP is like, what do you do with this? You just get him
Yeah.
killed. You just hit once and
Yep.
just
Anvil Guard? What?
your spear, your
Arcane
7
Guard.
HP. Yeah, my bad. Guards.
It might be correct to
him.
just use Oblation next turn. I mean, we're gonna need to do
You
stacking
have
up
no
dissonance
power,
stacks
yeah.
again to try to chew through these guys.
Freeze.
Million
Rapido.
HP.
Executioner. Good name.
Million HP dudes.
Fair.
Okay, yep. Going in, fighting right around our
He has the mask.
friend, but
Even though you
as long as
can't
we
see
can
it,
do
he's
enough
wearing a
damage
mask.
to this guy from behind, I think we can still hold the center with our Eldritch Sovereign. Not too worried about that. He needs more threat to really make me want to move this guy back. I guess he's got a couple of ranged pieces, but they're not gonna do tons of damage to
Haha,
giant
flanks,
floaty
I like
boy.
it. I never know into defense mode. That was a unit I was thinking might be a decent one to defense mode. But then these guys knock him out of defense mode.
Right,
So
that's-
I don't know.
It's irrelevant
tough.
at this point.
Yeah, if you're surrounded by shock units, like defense mode is a lot worse. But
Yeah,
it's
these Phantasm
tricky.
Warriors are about to get Piper parried behind this rock.
Yeah. 33. I
Alright,
think
Godsend's actually gonna win this. I'm calling it right now. Go Godsend.
No.
Do it. Oh, I think I know what you're thinking. That would be really interesting, actually. How likely is that? Would you
It's not.
Blizzard this unit? Yeah, it's not Blizzard, unfortunately.
I would love to have Blizzard right now. But I unfortunately did not get much in the way of items from my creeping.
Oh, I see one spell shield that is Blizzard, but I don't think you're gonna be able to hit him with that unit anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like technically, you will have a shot on it, but your shot's gonna have like 3% chance to hit.
Yeah. I mean, the base 30% on Staff of Frost, even with a Blizzard, is like not enough that I think you should count on it. It's just sort of like you're shooting people to deal damage at that point. And then hopefully you also get the frozen, but it's so low that like you're probably
Wait.
gonna get slowed instead. That's the more likely thing you should expect.
You have a restore that you can use to get rid of the frozen on that anvil guard. Maybe.
There's still no anvil guards in this fight.
Probably should.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Where's this angle?
Yeah, Arcane. I'm just trying to help you out a little with the last decision. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's beneficial to you as well. So.
You're right.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter with like
So that spell shield
like,
is
right now
probably
with
going to need
dissonance
just
and the-
rotate
unless
back.
he's out of casting point.
But that's okay, we can do
which
that.
I doubt.
Actually, I have only spent, and it is heartbreaking, but I've only spent 24 casting points so far all game.
It's overrated. You don't need a casting.
Well, like, I think I have Astral 1 and a Soother online, so, like, my spells cost almost nothing.
Yeah, no, true. I thought about building another Soother after mine died from its retreat. It did not survive, unfortunately.
Probably need to value Astral 1 more now that I've been playing Summoner.
Astral 1, you don't want to get it early because it doesn't do anything for auto-resolves, but, like, other than that, it is actually amazing. It's a really, really good skill. Okay. Well, we can't just let these strengthen 3 dudes just like wander around and deal a billion damage forever, but this is so close to being dead by just whacking it 3 times that
both of us played optimally. What we would do in our fight, Walker, is we wouldn't fight each other. We'd just sit back and cast spells.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that though.
Yeah.
It's no.
You are playing Summoners, right? I think you do have to engage in order to get the most value out of it.
I have 90 casting points.
Yeah, we both have enough casting points to effectively cast spells forever, but your spells are probably gonna... I mean, I don't know, it's complicated, because, like, Potential does a lot of damage up front, but, like, you'll run out of things that are overcharged, so then you won't be able to Dissonance every turn. So, yeah, it's just, like... so much of it is how the fight is actually going, rather than how the fight could theoretically go. Does it even make sense for Arcanist to try to take shots at this? Because the Frost weakness is nice, but this is 30% to hit, which is borderline nothing. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not. Kind of feel like this is just a move our friend back. Ooh. Oh man.
Walker,
we should
this is where you
that
just pass the turn.
No,
And
no,
you
no,
let him
absolutely
kill
not.
your guys. No?
Absolutely not.
Oh, sad. You just gave them all to spare. That's very rude.
Thank you.
For 3 turns? Ah. Wait, loses 5 morale at the end of his turn for 3 turns? I didn't know it was that bad. Jeez Louise.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
When I
on
hit
our
your unit, I want to
champion
try and
rank
not
guy.
do melee, and if I do, I want it to be
Yeah.
so good that it ends the fight.
And then
Or I
this
get
will do
enough
enough
morale, it
damage
doesn't
that this
matter.
guy will die to Dissonance. So yeah, this is fine. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Eileen's never heard that song, so I can't really make reference to it, because she'll be like, what are you talking about? But, that's okay. So you will die if we shoot you with the Astral
Wait,
Keeper.
so did it
over here,
retroactively
actually.
change the ranks based off of the society traits in this game?
I have no idea exactly.
Probably did, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Like, we may have a... Well, you guys all probably
We
have
obviously
a bunch
have
of
some
units.
bugs
I
that
don't.
are being observed, but it's the way it is. We got a big patch that changed
Yeah,
things,
I think
so I'm not surprised.
typically when they do change that kind of stuff, it does immediately take place. But I don't know if that can take away a rank from a unit.
Well, I'm wondering
Yeah.
if that's part of what happened with the
Well,
fantastic
no,
warriors.
that like
I had
it
versions
is.
that's-
Just do the math. Like it's literally above
It
the
would make no
maximum
difference.
possible.
Yeah, it was like
with
integer
Phantasm Warriors by a
overflow,
pretty
and they're like,
meaningful
well, we'll
amount.
just take off 1 rank and 10 health, and it circled back around to 160.
Yeah,
It's like the
bugged,
Gandhi.
like beyond like a doubt, but it's okay. It was like 50 extra HP on these guys.
They were frozen for a while anyway, so
I guess we
You
don't
didn't
really
really
have
buy
anybody
them
else we want
much
to put tons
extra
of
time in the
dissonance
end.
on other than, I suppose, you. And then if you're gonna be shooting the Snow Spirit, then that one's dead there.
there has to be a check for distance, or is it just you just apply it? Oh my god, you just
you
apply
apply
it.
it.
Ah,
But you
ah.
just apply it because it is kind of like questionable in terms of overall value. I'm just gonna put you here to guard the flank.
Do it.
Oh, we can't even do it from here. We have to go here to finish. Fine. How did you not die? How did you not die? I thought you were dead to dissonance.
I really like the Astral Keeper spell now. I think it gets underestimated or it doesn't get expected.
Yeah, it's mostly like it's not good in every situation, but because they upgraded Astral Keepers with the self-sacrifice ability, they do have some real play. They have issues where they're weak to, lightning damage, which is a very powerful damage type. But I think Tome of Summoning is still playable. It's got some good options.
Look at the value of that on summoners too. Itself.
Yeah.
Like you're proccing the heal and the strength and then summoning a magical origin unit that also is going to heal.
What did it heal? Like 15 and then 10 more HP when it died? Is that what I remember seeing?
Yeah.
That's a lot of health. You get
It's a lot of
across
health.
the board.
Yep.
It's healing spell.
And it's a unit
25.
too, right? Like it gives you the flexibility of also just being able to click defense mode with it, which is pretty solid on a support unit. Yeah, send the storm spirits actually here.
Wait, what's your
Yeah, send the
tone
storm spirit
right
here.
now? It's this blessed champion. But yeah, I see it now.
And then I guess we'll literally just have these guys defend here.
You took the
Yeah.
blessing
I
one, which
took
can
the
do
blessing
renew.
Oops, all heals.
Oh no. 2 radius condemn? That sounds not good for me. Oh no.
But yeah, Godsend's gonna chew through a lot of my stuff. I'm definitely gonna have to click the right of low tier units. I don't see any way that I'm not gonna get enough chaff in front of my buds.
Yeah. This has been a good fight. I think that cosmic what's it called? Nonsense pulse.
Yeah, Chaos Pulse. Yeah.
When it didn't actually get the good rolls, it made this a much more fair fight.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of Anvil Guard.
Yes,
Anvil Guard.
Anvil.
Yeah, when I use the Anvil Guard pulse.
It changes all your units into tier 1 Anvil Guards. Okay.
Honestly, I would do that 100% of the time. I would use it on my
I
own
want that
guys. Yeah, I want it.
I need to remember that. Oh man, I could summon like this. I can just bring in units because it's really fun.
Now the real question for me though is going to be, are the other Phantasm Warriors also bugged in outer space for HP? Like, if Godsend, do you have any queued up anywhere?
Phantasm Warriors?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a bunch of I'm gonna be able to bounce back from this very quickly.
Yeah. My question is, are the other Phantasm Warriors that you're making, the new ones, are they also getting bugged amounts of HP? Right.
I have not queued them up. I transferred you know, following the nerf and knowing that
Yeah.
there's a nerf to Phantom Warriors, most of my summons today have been the Snow Spirits.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Well, you might
curious
have
if
to do
we
one for
yeah, we-
science.
for science. Yeah, we'll see what time we have. It's now 3:00.
Yeah. I'm interested in the fight, but at the same time I'm tired. Like I want to. I think an
I mean-
auto would be fun just to see what the result would be, and then we can. I don't know. What do you?
Yeah, I think that could be fun. I would need a turn or two for my dudes to heal, because mass rejuvenation
Yeah.
is a lot better in a manual fight than it is in an auto at setting it up. But like also if you wanted to do the fight sometime between between Monday and Thursday, we could do that too, because I am available.
I think that would be actually worth to do when we have energy and
Yeah.
you know,
Brain
willpower.
power.
Because like right now, you and me are gonna just like force mistakes
Yeah,
to try and make it
100%.
fast, and we don't need to do that. If we can find some time, Walker, let's try and do that during the week.
Yeah.
I don't
My
know
schedule's
exactly what my
generally
week is,
more
but
open.
I should be able to.
I think the only thing that I'm like definitely planning on doing is going to an LGS on Wednesday night to pick up some cards for my cube, and then just
Yeah.
like trolling around on Discord and trying to get people to play Magic with me. So like,
If you beat me, Walker, I'll find some time to play some Magic with you.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
that's an offer.
Oh no, he's gonna try. No, what have they
Rude! No,
done?
get out of here!
Get more. You can win this fight. I believe in you. Oh, what if he wins this fight? Come on.
Dude, if
Come
he
on,
wins this
Godsend.
fight, like, oh baby, oh the baby.
I'll keep distracting him, Godsend. You do you.
Uh,
Walker magic. It's really
what?
cool.
Yeah, this is fine. So far, the only thing that's like really dangerous that I've lost is the spell shield. The rest of the stuff that I've lost so far has been crap. But yeah, if he kills my storm spirits, then I'll be very sad. They're gonna evolve in this fight if they can survive.
Oh, man.
One of them at
I
least.
thought this guy in chat was real. Why did you have to be not real?
Are you hearing voices or something now?
Nah,
I'm
this is
assuming a
still
bot
being
showed
like
up.
cheap viewers.
just
I'm
let
like,
him-
I
Yeah.
saw something and I was like, viewer, I can.
He's a beautiful minding it. Just let him go.
Yeah. Anvil guards. What?
These are my 3 friends. Anvil guards.
Animal cards.
Look at all the anvil guards.
I thought all these anvil guards were real.
It might legitimately be
Like
necessary here for us to
disappointment every time I
anti-magic
message in
tincture.
chat. Oh, it's just Godsend.
No, I'm trying to figure out why
Yeah, I
my
think
chat
that's
doesn't have
probably
this
what we gotta do
person
here.
on, this is it. What is happening here?
It would be sweet
Oh,
if we
you
could set
didn't
up for a
even
cosmic
message on it,
completion
unless
for
it's
using
not
more
going
dissonance,
through.
but I just I don't see how that's
WinSlaya,
reasonable
when's your
with our
birthday?
roaming
I'll dress up as an
frozen
anvil guard
within
and go into
range of
defense
this
mode
dude.
for you.
December.
Come over and do an extremely non-sexy dance where I just put my shield up and stand there.
No, you have to taunt him, otherwise the flavor is missing.
Oh,
The
it'll be
role
taunting
play
him,
is
I'm
missing.
sure. I don't have to use an ability for that. All right,
Okay,
which one of you is
so-
the lucky birthday boy? Have you been
Okay.
good this year? Because you're going to get 2 extra defense.
Oh baby.
So, and now it just occurred to me that if I do land the freezes in this matchup, this fight, then I can actually limit dissonance. The impact
Ah.
of dissonance.
You could impact him with dissonance. No wait, you're right. Frozen, never mind. Yeah,
Can we?
That would
freeze
help a
there?
little
Does
bit.
that make sense?
it does chip away in a way that when you're dealing with a longer fight, I don't think it's completely insignificant. And I'd like the ability to use dissonance to finish off
Actually,
units.
this is fine. Yeah, let's go here.
Well, I mean, I already, like I said, I feel longer fights are actually in favor of summoners.
Yeah.
Longer fights provide summoners with a time for them to heal, which is a big deal. Yeah.
Ouch.
What the hell was that?
You've
That was
exploded.
my big polearm boy.
Oh, power.
Oh, he has a
cleave.
sweep. Ooh,
I have a sweep.
Even applied to
Cleave.
Electrified.
What is
just
that?
yeah.
2 stacks too. Wow. Actually, wow. It's gonna be fun to fight.
It's kind of unusual to see a polearm with power cleave. That's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Or at least for me, I feel like I've not rolled into something like that before. It's almost always a two-handed sword.
No, you're right. It is pretty unique. I was thinking that I kind of wish we had a return to some of the old generated items or the pre-built stuff that they made for the beginning of the game. But this auto-generated stuff. If I had to choose between 2, auto-generated is so
I'm
fun.
of two minds. I did like the consistency of the old items where you could be like, oh, I got that thing. That's great. Now I can put, but now it's my main issue is how hard it is to figure out what to put on a unit now. Because
because
you'll click on their primary, you've got 15 swords that are all different tiers and have different random stuff on them, and the indicator is not very helpful. Like the art is all like multicolor nonsense going on, and in a vacuum I think they look cool and it's awesome, but then you're like, I don't know what any of this is or what it does. But to read through every item every time. You can't sort by tier, or wait, can you? I think you might be able to do that now. You didn't used to be able to.
Unfortunately, WinSlaya, I think this is the extent of what I'm going to be able to do with this fight.
You did good. I kind of knew, with the Sovereign being on one side, it's so good. I mean, even though the Chaos Wolves didn't do everything it could, there's a lot of utility in this unit, especially at level 8 once you get the Forgotten Tomes.
Yeah, once you have the tome online, they're pretty. But I still think that generically the Wizard King is better, especially now that they've nerfed Eldritch Influence.
Yeah.
There's just so much value in that.
Even if I didn't mess up the combat, there's a lot going into this fight. So you are already on Tome of Summoning. You're ahead on research. You're ahead on hero levels. So there's a lot for me to do better next time. It was fun.
Yeah, you can go back and look at his stream too to see how he got there.
Yeah.
That's the really neat thing I think about our streams is we have multiple perspectives too to see how people are able to build up to what they have. I think, my hero, even though I died and I went to war and I spent a bunch of time kind of maneuvering for that, I got a level 8 guy and 2 level 4 guys.
Getting
It's
good
tough.
hero levels is really important, but once you get good at it, you realize that it's not actually super hard. You just need to know how to set up your fights. Yeah.
Did wrong with that. I didn't go into the seas early or quick enough.
Yeah.
I didn't take advantage of the fact that it's an island map. I didn't adapt to that.
Yeah, all the nodes I think between me and Walker were still uncleared. That's why I have damage on my guys.
Yeah, I cleared a bunch of stuff in one direction, but I had only so far I could go.
Yeah. I mean, all 3 of the fights I think I took were within 2 or 3 provinces of your capital. Yes.
Grazed?
Yes! You did it. Was it 90%
my
grazed?
lawyer.
Those are the worst.
It was a 90% grazed, yeah.
I
It
feel
was
your
gonna
pain,
kill it.
actually.
That's fine. Most of the rest of those guys I think are beaten up enough that they're not gonna matter.
You've actually reduced the morale on these guys. Oh no! No morale! Why? Alright, it's time for a big spell. I know you got it.
My ruler's dead.
What? No? No?
Yeah,
Alright.
I got him. Got him
Wait.
last turn. Yep.
The,
I just did a bunch of damage to him and blasted him with a Cosmic Ablation.
the level 5 Vex Vergalas
Yeah.
is dead
Is-
on your screen.
Not on yours? You gotta, I think you're out of sync, kid.
I don't want to cause any problems.
No, it's
what
actually
should I
better to
do?
leave. Leave.
You think?
And leave and
Alright.
come back. Yep.
Alright, exiting.
Because otherwise the game is going to detect you as being out of sync anyway.
Yeah.
Because, at least on both of our screens, the ruler is dead.
Yeah, really
Maybe
good for me too.
Okay. I mean, it's on stream, so maybe Yeah, I was seeing things and people can go back and tell me, but I'm pretty sure I saw that person is still alive. Wild. Because I'm pretty sure I was seeing all the other actions as you're going through
We have
it.
no reason to believe you. This game has been unbelievably stable from the
Yeah,
beginning.
we've
and you're
never
lying.
experienced literally the exact bug that you're talking about ever before.
Garacian 404, right? Yeah. It's like, but there's 5 players, right now.
Have any other way to actually get dissonance here
nice.
because
My cat's
everybody's
saying hi.
dead, but that's okay.
Hi.
You know, units returning to your control at the end of your turn, or at the beginning of the opponent's turn, is really a big slap in the face.
Yeah.
At least they could
Oh, out of sync.
It's okay, the hero's dead on my screen.
Good.
Yeah,
I think we're
good.
only
Yeah,
gonna get,
everything's right.
it was the first attack that I did on that turn, and then it out of synced. So like, the last time that happened, it was only the first one where that was a problem. I'm gonna assume that's gonna be the case again.
Could be that. Could also have been WinSlaya coming back.
Yeah. But it's still my turn, and the attack did go through, so I'm not currently worried.
okay.
If the next attack out of syncs, then I'm a little worried, but that one was alright.
Well, it didn't happen every time the other time. Like, we had a few times so far, but this battle's been much longer than a few hits.
Boy, I don't know if I care about...
Alright, when I fight Walker, I
Threatening
need
that
to at
one,
least
but-
kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. That's the counter that I need to get to. I know if we wait long enough, Walker will win, and if we don't wait long enough, I'll just win. So we gotta find a nice healthy medium for it.
Yeah, let's get a couple of turns of healing, and then I think we can fight again. Because I'm not gonna wait until I can produce a bunch of stuff. I'm literally gonna click right of the last stand. I just don't want to fight you with dudes that are at 2 HP.
I think in order to make those turns in the sequences make sense for what we're trying to do, we can just like end the stream after this fight and then actually do those
set it
turns.
up.
Like, because like you said. Takes
Well,
time,
I think
but-
that if the Alliance and the Horde don't team up, Arthas is going to win.
That is possible. Crazy things have happened in this game.
So honorable.
Underground, making his empire. This whole time, he wanted us to think he was fighting Walker and just sent
polearms.
skeleton. Oh, it's brilliant. He's actually got 8 cities and tier 5 units.
Okay, so that's just like dead here from the Soother.
Well
I don't really
played.
see a reason not to.
Yeah, and to
so
get to
goes
me, you have to
that.
go through a series of raids.
You have to go through a series of tubes.
No.
And let's just say, I don't think you have enough Mountain Dew and Doritos to make it to me.
I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Of course, you had a chaos pulse.
Then you'll never reach me, kid. Wait, no, I mean, in this economy?
Unless you've added alcohol to it, I'm not gonna drink soda.
Oh man, I remember in college when I didn't understand yet how horrible my body would respond to caffeine and alcohol in the same beverage.
Poor
No.
Loco, what?
Get
No.
really inebriated, pass out, wake up in the middle of the night, still inebriated but unable to sleep.
God, Four Loco. That was popular for a while. Is that still a thing?
It's illegal, I think.
Wait, really?
I'm pretty sure that it's illegal now.
I think I remember something about that. Yeah, too much
That's what I
caffeine,
heard.
right? Or
It's like it makes young people do things that are even more incomprehensibly dumb than alcohol normally does.
oh,
I
I
think
see.
that's what it boiled down to, basically.
Got it.
Yeah, the only defense we have against the stupidity we get from alcohol is that you're on a timer. Eventually you have to
right.
go to sleep.
Yeah,
But if you fill
exactly.
without caffeine, you can't go to sleep, so you just keep doing dumb stuff.
That's a good way of looking at it. You're right.
Do 23 and remove another model here.
I have such a profound caffeine dependency that I think that's what I ended up doing anyway.
Yeah, I'll just cosmic blade this guy, that's fine.
Yeah. I'm old now, so if I have caffeine past like 5
Yep,
p.m.,
alright, good. You got
then
him.
I cannot go to sleep when I want to.
Alright, so we're gonna win
Well
this
played.
fight, and then yeah, that was a great fight.
Yeah, that was fun
it
to
does
watch.
look like I mostly only lost the spell shield, but I did lose so much stuff that thank God I have that ritual of draft chaff, because I need it.
Ritual of just shaft.
Like a song right there. I like it. A good alliteration there.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Let's do it. Let's start a band.
The ritual of draft chaff band.
You're gonna give me your draft shaft.
Oh no. Just actually demonetized.
Nurgle's demonetization.
Yeah. First album is called Demonetized or something, right? I feel like that's already happened. Somebody did that. That's not. There has to be an album like that.
My favorite thing for like fake group album name or whatever is just self-titled debut album.
Oh, I think I know that one. Wait.
One's really good.
Oh, can I do it off of memory? No, I can't.
Like literally the word
Yes.
Self-titled
debut album.
Okay. So that no one can tell whose it is. Great.
Yes. Yep.
So the next time any of this is happening is like 3 weeks from now, right?
Any of the like regular things.
Maybe.
I'm not
I
gonna
might not be here in
most of
4
the
weeks
time
actually, to be honest, because that's I'll be away for 1 or 2 Sundays in September. So
yeah.
It's like
At that point, it might be a whole new game.
It's skirmishes all the way
definitely a whole
down.
new game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna
Almost
do
certainly.
some skirmishes and maybe some, like we discussed, some Crusader Kings at one point, and Stellaris is in the back of my mind because I miss hanging out with some of the guys. Some of them come by and chat and been like hi, and I've been like,
Yeah.
I remember the Stellaris days.
Yeah.
So I don't know what exactly we're gonna be doing over the next basically month, but my idea is that I'll be ready on. Pretty sure I'll be ready to go on the 8th or the 15th of September.
I'll be out the 17th and 18th, and then the 24th and 25th for August. But if like WinSlaya runs some skirmishes while I'm out, and I run some skirmishes while he's out, I wouldn't be surprised. There's always time for people to get some good skirmishes in.
And I'll be unavailable in September on the 22nd and the 29th. I will be in Tennessee.
Ooh. I lived in Nashville for like 10 years when I was younger, and my grandparents lived in Sewanee, where the University of the South is, like right on the border with Alabama and Georgia, like near Monteagle.
Well, I don't know the area that well, but I think one of my best friends, I think it's Nashville he lives in, or just outside of it maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
was
that's
a
why
really
we're going.
cool city, man.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
Nashville's a lot of fun.
We do a friend con every year, and most years we try to go somewhere like
Go to
close
Dragon
to
Park.
somebody.
Go
So
to
we've
Dragon
done around here, and then now we're going to Nashville. We've done up in northern Indiana
It
once.
doesn't matter. We need the units.
Michigan City, Indiana, which is a confusing name because then you're like, where were you?
Yeah.
Alright, AI,
that's the way it
don't
is.
kill a unit, please, AI. Oh, what's this? Oh, I can sit on your node and keep you from getting mana. Do I
Rude.
want to be that person?
You can. I don't have any mana problems when Saya.
That's
That
true.
problem has been solved.
Burn, baby.
If you do that, that is. I'm not going to be mad about it.
I just want to burn it now for fun.
Good. Do it. Show that thing who's boss. All right.
did
So I
it.
guess we're gonna pause our stream here and then just kind of like wait a couple of turns and set up for a fight against WinSlaya.
Yeah, we may want to try and end our turn soonish so that we can like confirm everything. I'm pretty sure my turn is done. Like that's why I mention it. But like I know you probably were focused on the fight and not your turn, so you take your time with that
don't
stuff.
need it. Turns or schmurns.
Yeah, turns.
I just need
schmurns.
units that aren't in. I need units that aren't dead. That's really what it boils down to. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna pause my stream here then, so that way we can pick things up.
So
I saw your
we're done for
message,
today
Godsend,
then? Is
thank
that
you.
what you're?
I think that's the plan, and then we're just gonna
Okay.
see if we can set up a fight with WinSlaya for some time between
Okay, yeah,
now
so I
and
can get on it
Thursday.
in turns and stuff like that. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's somebody streaming with
Yeah.
69 viewers. I like literally can't not.
All right. Well,
Nice.
thanks everybody. We will hopefully see you guys soon on
It's fate.
sometime between Monday and Thursday. But